shotgun them all over here.
Yep, delay's killing us.
Now streaming live, Full Velocity TV begins now.
Live Thursday night, racing for a cause. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Full Velocity TV here live tonight at the dirt track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is the Cadence Strong, Stay Strong 100, presented by Hinman Wrecker Service here live at the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Great event being put on by the guys over at DirtSeries.com. Got to thank them for all the hard work going in, and we have a great car count here. An awesome event on tap before a 100-lap main event tonight here in Charlotte. Thank you out there, everybody watching here live tonight on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch TV. Phil the Cat here along with Mr. Too Tall, Todd Stanton, as always, all the controls for Full Velocity TV. And Todd, this one's a building up all week long. Registration's been trickling in. An awesome event being put on over here by the guys at DirtSeries.com. The Stay Strong 100. It is finally race night. The drivers are all here locked in, and we're out smack in the middle of qualifying, getting ready to set stage where there's going to be 6 heat races, 3 B mains in the main event, 100 lap A main on the docket. I hope you're locked and loaded, ready to rock, because we are in for one awesome evening.
Definitely ready to rock here this evening, Charlotte. The dirt track is Charlotte here this evening, and fantastic event here in store for you. The Stay Strong 100 racing for Cure tonight. And Phil, out of those 6 heat races, 3 will advance to the A main feature. Out of the 3 B mains, only 2 will advance to make the 24-car field here on Full Velocity TV. Dirt-Series, the presenting league here tonight. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen tonight, how everything's going to unfold. Rather lengthy drivers' meeting, but a lot of things had to be said in the drivers' meeting, including thanks from the Hackney family. Keith speaking on his behalf and on his family's behalf on the thanks and the community involvement. He is overwhelmed from the community and all the involvement that the Hackney family got tonight.
Absolutely right. It's a lot of love going on out here tonight. Drivers meeting, as Todd said, took a little longer for the servers to get launched, and kind of the reason we're behind the 8 ball here is we were part of the drivers meeting there as well, wishing these guys well and taking in what is going to be an awesome night of racing here as we're right smack dab toward the tail seconds here of qualifying. Looks like our quick time going to be set tonight by car number 41 of Chad Carter, a 15.479. Going to set the event's quick time here in qualifying, a 15.482 for Kendall Tucker. Justin Thompson clocking in third quick, 15.511, 15.517 for Hunter Stifler, and Matthew Logan's our 49 rounds out our Fast 5, 15.532, which is going to send us straight in to heat racing action tonight. 12 laps going to be the distance here around the 410 Mile Dirt Track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So, Todd, we have 9 cars on the docket. What are you diving straight into tonight's starting lineup, heat race number 1? All right, I'll take 1. Todd will take 2. That's how we'll do it here. I'll take heat race number 1. On the pole will be car number 97. That is Blake Keeler, and alongside aboard car number 28 is Dylan Hauser. Quick time tonight set by car number 41 of Chad Carter. He rolls off third with the 313 of Greg Thompson. He'll start alongside the second row. Starting inside of row number 3, car number 51, J.R. Bash with the number 50 of Jason Lineweaver alongside. Seventh starter, the number 331 is Dustin Hall with the number 018 of Adam Blakely alongside. Starting in 8th and last car on the docket, we called for 9. We have all 9. 27 car of Bob Gullick's going to roll off tonight from position number 9. So that sets the field here. Heat race number 1, the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. The first of what is going to be 6 amazing heat races, 3 B mains, 100-lap A main set, 24-car main event. Lock and load here, guys. Strap in, grab a drink, grab something, to eat. We're going to be in for a good ride here tonight. And thank you guys for all being aboard here live, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. We get to the start-finish line. The lights go out atop the iRacing.com safety truck, and that is going to take us around one more time around this 410 Mile. Beautifully prepared dirt racetrack here off the outskirts of turn number 3 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. What do you say, Todd? Blake Keeler, Dylan Hauser, Chad Carter, Greg Thompson. That's your first 2 rows. That is 4 really good drivers. We're going to be loaded with a bunch from here tonight. What do you say? Let's get heat race number 1 underway. The field in turn 3 awaiting a green flag.
The field in turn 3, it's going to be Heather and Hauser to take him down to get the green flag out of 4th. They go on green, so when that flagger throws that green flag, that's when these drivers are going to go. They're getting a little bit antsy. Green flag is in the air, and contact made. Might have been a jump start there just a little bit. The 97 of Blake Heather down to the bottom side here. The number 97 machine side by side with the 28 of Dylan Hauser. Hauser right now has the number 1 position here, going down into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. Hauser's going to lead lap 1.
Hauser taking a lead in the lap number 1 as they hit turn number 1. Heather's still down low. He's going to fall under attack now up high from the 313 of Greg Thompson rolling the outside lane. Put Greg now up to P2. Here comes Heather firing back down low. A drag race for position number 2 down the front stretch.
Blake Heather has a couple of wins here on Full Velocity TV, trying to make another win here, the big win here. The Stay Strong 100, the dirt track is Charlotte. These guys fighting tooth and nail. Here comes the 313 of Greg Thompson down to the bottom side now. A nice battle going on for that third and final transfer spot. Heather has it, the 41 of Chad Carter wants it. Carter right now side by side with that number 97. Remember, Chad Carter set quick time here of the evening of Stars on Dirt Regular. As you can see on that machine, the 41 machine trying to work over the number 97.
He sure is. Good race going on for that transfer spot between Heather's 97, Chad Carter's 41. As Todd said, tonight's quick time. Be amazing if a guy who sets quick time don't transfer out of his heat race. Currently running here in the 4th spot. Race for 5th on back, doing pretty good back there as well. You find names like Adam Blakey back there, Jason Lineweaver, Bob Gullick. So those guys all having a great race of it, Todd. That's position number 5. That's 2 spots outside the transfer line.
Yeah, they're fighting for every spot that they can, and if you get up there, you want to start in a good position in those B mains, those 3 B mains. You want to get up further as far as you can here in the heat races, so that way you can start further up in those B mains and have a little bit better of a chance, because there's only 2 that are going to transfer from them 3 B mains. Meanwhile, Heather still holding on to that third and final transfer position. The 41 of Chad Carter trying to track him down. The 313 right there in front of him, that is Greg Thompson. So Thompson's starting to come back to Heather and the 41 machine of Chad Carter, but right now it is all Dylan Hauser with the lead.
Hauser has a lead on the field. Pretty good clip there, about 6, 7 car lengths there as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Thompson in for 2. The race is for that third spot with Heathler's 97. Chad Carter's 41. He keeps digging down to the low side of the racetrack. So far, top shelf of the racetrack looks to be the quick way around as they're going to get 2 to go from the starter stand here next time. We got 10 on the board. 12 laps going to be the distance. They head to turn number 3. There's going to be 2 to go for our race leader, car number 28, Dylan Hauser.
2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks up in the air. Grid battle still going on, maintaining for that third spot. The 41 got a little bit out of shape there on the bottom, trying to get around the number 97 at Heather. As White Silk going to come in the air here for one more trip around the dirt track is Charlotte here. It is Hauser, Thompson, and Heather. Heather barely holding on to that final transfer position. Can the 41 of Chad Carter make a last final ditch effort to try to get into the A-main the easy way, or he's going to have to do it the hard way? Hauser going to take down the win here in heat race number 1. We're going to follow the battle for third. It is still going to be Blake Heather, so it is going to be Hauser, Thompson, and Heather, the first 3 cars here in the A-main for the Stay Strong 100.
That was a really good race there for that transfer spot through heat race number 1. Those cars are going to pull in heat race number 2, about to roll to the racetrack. Just as we said it, we got 9 cars scheduled to take to the racetrack. So what do you say, Todd? This one's loaded with good 9 names as well. Take us through the starting lineup.
Starting on the pole here in heat race number 2, that's DJ Kolanowski aboard the number 18 machine. His dance soprano outside, that's Showtime, that's Shane Kelly. Inside row number 2, starting that third starting position. He's won 2 races here, back to back here, weeks here on a Tuesday night, driving the double knot machine. That's Kendall Tucker. And his dance soprano outside is the number 69, that's Keith Hackney. Inside row number 3, starting in that 5th starting position, that's the 211, that's Tyler Hargrove. And Frank Gonzalez dances outside of him in that 6th position. Inside row number 4, starting in that 7th starting position, that's the driver of the number 10, that's Cody Cantonwine. And outside of him is Joshua Hessen in that 118. Jim Goodson in the 29 rolls off 9th, but not making the call here tonight. I believe he's one of our admins. So 8 cars we called for, 8 cars we have out there, Phil.
Yeah, going to welcome Jim aboard here tonight, helping the good guys over here at DirtSeries.com. Josh Smith, Earl Clements, Jameson Colbridge, Jim Goodson, the 4 admins on staff here tonight for this awesome event we have here, this Stay Strong 100. Presented by Heidman Wrecker Service. Great to have them come aboard, be a part of this great event. We have 8 cars going to take to the racetrack for what is going to be a very star-studded 12-lap, sprint race around this 4/10-mile dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway, awaiting these cars to head their way into turn number 3. And I'm just wondering here, Todd, who is it going to be that we're going to see take this drive here through the top 3 of the field, working its way through 3 and 4? Should be about half a lap away from getting under green.
Yeah, about half a lap from going to green flag racing here. And it's going to be DJ Kolanowski, Showtime Shane Kelly, and the double knot machine. That is Kendall Tucker. He has won, like I said, 2 races here on Full Velocity TV as of late. He's been a man that's been on fire. Don't count out Keith Hackney, Tyler Hargrove, Frank Gonzalez. Those guys all pretty quick. There's a lot of quick cars here tonight in the Stay Strong 100 at the dirt track of Charlotte. We're getting ready to go green flag racing. The field is stacked. It is packed. We're getting ready to go with the loud pedal down here off of turn number 4. Just going to wait on that pesky flagger to throw that green flag. It's a really, really slow pace. Waiting for that flagger, a little bit slow. Green flag is in the air. And we're racing down the front straightaway, and DJ Kolanowski leads the charge into 1.
Almost felt like a snail crawl getting down to the corner. Kendall Tucker, he wasn't snail crawling at all. Put the 00 up to 2nd. He's going to look for the lead of a turn number 3 from 3rd to 1st. The 00 comes. Slide job being thrown. Here comes Kowanowski's number 18. Back to the low side. We're throwing sliders here to open heat 2. They're off of turn number 2, racing for the lead.
DJ Kolanowski throws that slider, but back down to the bottom is Kendall Tucker. Tucker takes over the lead in that double knot machine. To the lead here. He's wasting no time, but Kolanowski back down to the bottom. High-low switch not going to work here down the front straightaway, but can he make it work here into 1 and off of turn number 2? Not going to happen so far. Shane Kelly finally in that final transfer position. And that number 7 machine, the number 4, Frank Gonzalez, the 04 machine, trying to work by the 211 of Tyler Hargrove and not able to do anything as of right now. Hargrove right now behind the Gonzalez machine, and Keith Hackney having some trouble in that 69 machine.
Keith having a tough break of it here as he's outside the transfer spot. Top 3 seem to be pretty tame right now. Up front, you find Kendall Tucker DJ Kolanowski and Shane Kelly. The race is on for position number 4. You've got a Hackney back there. You got Tyler Hargrove, Frank Gonzalez back there, Cody Cantwine. Those guys all mixing up a 4th on back 2 and close to 3 wide racing as they hit turn number 1. That's all outside the transfer spot. What these guys are doing now, Todd, they're racing for position and trying to get themselves better for one of these 3 B mains coming up a little later.
Yeah, you want to get into the B mains at least and have a good position there. It's the 69 right now. Keith Hackney trying to track down Showtime Shane Kelly. Shane Kelly right now holding on to that final transfer position. Kendall Tucker and DJ Kolanowski kind of checked out from the rest of the field, but it looks like Keith Hackney starting to click into that 3rd place guy. The 7 of Shane Kelly trying to get into the A main here the easy way. Now a battle starting to heat up for the top spot once again. DJ Kolanowski peeking down to the bottom, trying to get around Kendall Tucker. Not going to happen as of right now. Off of turn number 4, 4 laps to go.
4 laps remaining. May have a race coming for the lead here as DJ has run down the back of Kendall Tucker off the exit of turn number 2. Kendall going to use that momentum up high, but into the corner. Look at DJ drive it down deep into turns number 3 and 4. Slide job going to be thrown. Put DJ up to the lead. Here comes the 0 back to the inside. Walt put the steak, the chicken, the hot dogs, the ribs, whatever on hold. We're throwing sliders here in Charlotte, heat race number 2.
Yeah, Kendall Tucker able to man the machine really well there through the corner. Able to stay up top here and able to stay large in the charge in the lead. 2 laps remain here for Kendall Tucker, DJ Kolanowski, and Shane Kelly right now in that 3rd spot. Looks like Keith Hackney finally reeling them in, but does he have enough time here to get into that 3rd and final transfer position? We're going to have white flag this time by Kendall Tucker. Leads him down here into turn number 1 with DJ Kolanowski right there. Shane Kelly for 3, but here comes Keith Hackney to the outside. Can he take over that 3rd spot as he gets to the back straightaway? Into turn 3 and off of turn number 4. Slide job almost for Hackney. Hackney not going to be able to make it stick. It's going to be Kendall Tucker, DJ Kolanowski, Showtime Shane Kelly, and 1 spot out, Keith Hackney, the 69 machine.
That one was a good race right there. Terrific racing by all these guys. Those transfer positions going to be very, very coveted here through heat racing action so far now through 2 heat race events. Great job by all out there. We'll roll into heat race number 3 as those cars start to sprinkle their way out to the racetrack. And here's the way this field is going to come to pace. On the pole will be car number 177 of Rhett Starnes, number 14 of Brian Wayant in the outside. Rolling off of position number 3, quick time here set tonight for car number 98 of Justin Thompson with the number 75 of Benji Killian outside. The number 119 rolls off next. Then is Jared Winholtz. Alongside the number 31 is Mike Cron. Next row back in the 22 car, that's John Hine with the 83 of Josh Smith alongside, in the number 24 car of Earl Clements, scheduled to start 8th and 9th. Not sure they're actually going to take to the Speedway. We'll have to watch for that, but we have 9 drivers scheduled out there. But just as we've done through the previous 2, top 3 are going to transfer on to our 100-lap A main event. You want to avoid those B mains if you all can avoid it. Only 3 more drivers can do so. We've already punched in 6. We're about to make this thing an even 9 once we get through heat race number 3.
Yeah, these guys ready for heat race number 3. Going to put in 9 cars here to the A main feature on Full Velocity TV. Got to thank everybody for tuning in. If you have not shared this here this evening, make sure you share, like our page, share this to every page that you can. Let's get the viewership out there for the Stay Strong 100. We have star donations, a competition going on here this evening. Star donations for a free Full Velocity t-shirt. So if you like what you see here on Full Velocity TV, make sure you donate with star donations here tonight. The final night here before we go on a 5-day sabbatical, or you want to say vacation, Phil. You and myself end up going away for 5 days here, off air for 5 days. It's going to be interesting since we broadcasted each and every night for the past 3 or 4 months now, but now able to take a little bit of a breather, recoup, come back to racing here, and welcome in the new year too. We're going to ring in the new year with style too, Phil. So it's going to be rather interesting. Also got to pay homage to our supporting sponsors, Spotify Firearms, Dirt-Series.com, and Evil One Graphics. They're not only good, they're evil. Get ready to go green flag racing here out of turn number 4. Rhett Starnes is going to lead the pace here, waiting for that green flag to fly out of turn 4. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing down the front straightaway.
Racing into turn number 1. Starnes getting a little slow up through the gearbox. That's going to open the door for Wayant's number 14 car. He's going to make that sprint off of turn number 2 out to the race lead. Put now that number Polson are there. Number 177 of Red Stars back to second. Here comes Justin Thompson. He's going to look to the low side, racing for 2. That's a good drag race there for 2. On all the way back to the top 5. Look at a 22 car coming to the picture there. John Haynes, number 22, all the way down to the low side. He picked up 3 positions there, racing up to the 5th spot off of turn 4.
Yeah, great racing going on. The Starnes working over the top side of the speedway out of Why Not in the number 14 machine. So side-by-side battle, great side-by-side battle going between the 14 and the 177 machine. The 98 of Justin Thompson running in third. Fourth is Benji in that number 75 machine, making some way of the land here. That 75 is, man, it was interesting to see a Benji out there, man. I haven't seen that name in a very, very long time. The 22 machine starting to work his way up through the field here. Going to see if the 22 can make it here into the final transfer spot. Good battle going on between himself and that number 75 machine, Phil.
Sure is. That's a tremendous race back there going on for 4th position. 75, Benji Killian. You got the 22, John Hine. He is on the move back there. That car is just rolling in the right direction off of turn number 4. Already halfway home here in heat race number 3. Good race going on up front. Red Stars now leading Wyatt into turn number 3. Look at that number 96 car of Thompson. He's going to come to the low side. Put that 96 car of Thompson up to, or 98 of Justin Thompson, I should say. 98 are now up to P2. Can he chase down Red Stars? He's got 2 car lengths to make up there off the exit 2.
He's not able to get by the number 14 as of right now. The 98 of Justin Thompson trying to throw everything he can to get into that second spot. Remember, you can actually work your way up in the position battle here for these cars. So you're doing what you can do, but Red Stars right now trying to hold on to the lead here in heat race number 3. So we're going to come around off of turn number 4 to get 4 laps remaining here around the dirt track to Charlotte. These guys all trying to get into the show here. When you're in the top 3, Phil, you don't want to mess it up, because it's really hard to get out of those B mains. So, you start seeing a little bit of single file. You might see somebody poke their nose in and try to win at the final lap. But right now, these guys are just trying to run away and hide.
That's exactly what they're doing here off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, putting 10 laps of 12 to the board. Next time around, officially going to be 2 to go at the line. 2 more trips around for Red Stars. Can he hold off this field behind him? Wynant's number 14 is there. You've got the likes of a 98 of Thompson going to breathe all over his neck as well, currently running in third. Off of turn number 2, we have had white flag go up to the field here this time around into 3 and 4. White flag going to be unfurled. Red Stars going to have 1 more trip around here off of turn number 4. Down the back straightaway here for the final time goes car number 177. The pride of Mount Bellevue, Texas, coming off turn number 4. Checkered flag going to go in hand. Red Stars is going to pick up the win here in heat race number 3. Put Wynant in for position number 2, and it's going to be Justin Thompson's car number 98 in for position number 3. So 3 more drivers punched their way to the Stay Strong 100. We're going to punch 3 more now as we have race number 4 coming out to the racetrack. 6 heat race on the docket, Todd, so I can say heat racing action, we're halfway home.
Yeah, definitely halfway home here in heat racing action. We are on heat race number 4, and it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 199, that's Jamison Colbridge. His dancing putter outside. It's the 44, that's Chad Swartz. Inside row number 2, starting the 3rd starting position, that's Hunter Stifler. And outside him will be the 15, that's Jamie Reed. Inside row number 3, starting in that 5th starting position, is the number 73, that's Andy Jones. Kevin Forcier, and the 967 is going to roll off 6. David Kuntz, and the number 19 machine, going to roll off 7th and 8th. And the final guy to make the call here at heat race number 4 is going to be Jason McSparran in the number 23 machine. So 8 cars we called for. We have 8 cars out there getting ready for heat race number 4 there, Phil.
Absolutely right. 3 more heat race on the docket here. Heat race number 4 on the speedway. We got 5 and 6 coming up, and then we'll start throwing some B mains around. 3 B mains on the docket here. They're not going to do alphabet soup here. They're going to have 3 unique B mains. 2 cars going to come out of each, and that is going to set the field for a 24-car 100-lap main event around here at the dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome aboard to the show here. This is Full Velocity TV, live here in Charlotte. Phil Lacasse and Todd Stanton, as always, taking the call here for on FVTV. The field working its way through 3 and 4. Jamison Colbridge, Chad Swartz going to lead this field off of 4, waiting for the green flag to unfurl. Taking a long time tonight for the starter until that green flag, but he's going to throw it out there. Green flag in the air. Jamison Colbridge is going to lead the field into turn number 1.
Colbert leads the charge down, dressed up the track just a little bit, leaves the door wide open for the 33 of Hunter Stifler. Stifler down to the bottom side, side by side, battle for the lead. Stifler down on the bottom, Colbert up top. Don't count out the 44 of Chad Swartz in the number 44 machine. He's up on the top side. Here comes the 73 of Andy Jones. Good battling going on, back and forth battling going on for the lead. Colbert's back to the lead.
Colbridge back up to the lead off of turn number 4. Power move around Stifler there. A CNC Racing Design number 199 on the prowl here tonight for Big Country. Jamison Colbridge out race leader off of turn number 2. The race is on for that second spot. You got Stifler back there. Swartz in the 44. A couple more cars. Andy Jones in the 73 back there. These guys all juking and chiming, diving their position down off turn number 4. Headed down the front stretch with 4 laps on the board.
A little bit of contact there, Phil. I was jumping the gun. Thought there was going to be more contact than there was. Jamie Reed now putting himself into the final transfer position over the 44 machine. The 44 being driven by Chad Swartz in the 44. So right now running in that 4th spot. But look at Jamie Reed like a shot out of a cannon there in that 3rd spot. Meanwhile, battle back for the lead. Side by side battle coming down into 3. Slide job by the 33 of Hunter Stifler. Going to put himself out into the lead. Here comes Colbert's high-low switch for the 199 machine. Back down to the bottom. He's got a slider of his own.
Throwing sliders tonight, throwing haymakers, and Charlotte Stifler back to the inside. That's going to open the door. Look at the run to the inside for Jamie Reed's number 15. Him and Colbridge make a little contact. Drop kick Jamison out of the outside lane. Here comes Jamie Reed's number 15 car. Those guys going to dig for position number 2, but all down the backstretch chasing race leader Hunter Stifler. He's in turn number 3 this time around, Todd. 8 laps of 12 go up to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's a fantastic race going on here, and nobody's going away there. That bubble spot, that 3rd and final transfer position, that's highly contested right now. Meanwhile, Colbert's holding on to the 2nd spot, but Jamie Reed not happy with 3rd. He wants to get himself off the bubble, side by side battle for that 2nd spot off of turn number 4. Colbert still has it. Jamie Reed still right there, breathing down his neck each and every lap as we got 4 laps remaining.
4 laps remain down the back straightaway, still chasing our race leader, Hunter Stifler. That race is on for 2 between Jamie Reed. Jamison Colbridge is back there in the 199. You have Chad Swartz, number 44. Andy Jones in there. David Coots in the 19 right there on the periphery. Only the top 3 are going to transfer. Stifler is out front. Those guys keep tangoing out there for position number 2. Reed to the inside of Colbridge. These guys throwing everything but the kitchen sink at each other. As this time around there, Todd, we're going to see white flag come out on the field. Hunter Stifler leads the field off of turn number 2 without caution flag on the racetrack. So this is going to be the race back to the yellow and the white. This one's going to settle it. That's going to give Hunter Stifler the win. In for 2 is going to be Jamison Colbridge, and it's going to be Chad Swartz unofficially in for position number 3. We call that unofficial, of course, as those results could change here a little bit later, but that's going to be how they're scored here so far as iRacing goes. So Stifler, Colbridge, Chad Swartz, that's going to be your 3 cars. Call that an even dozen locked into tonight's main event. That's 4 heat races in. It's about time to roll into heat race number 5. This one's got some really good names to it as well. So as Todd's going to give you back here through the replay, showing what's going on, I'm going to bring you out here with the heat racing lineup for race number 5 as they start rolling onto the racetrack. On the pole will be car number 52 of Scott Dobbs with number 5 of Dylan Petty alongside. That's wrong. Sorry about that. My lineup was Joey Lamb's on the pole, car number 81, the 68 of Darren Litterall alongside. Row number 2 is going to be the 49 of Matthew Logan with the number 2 car, the outlaw Scott Schroyer, along on the outside. Curtis Uphoff going to start off next aboard car number 129. The 52 of Scott Dobbs going to start off a piece number 6. The 101, the high-side hustler Martin Karch rolls off tonight from position number 7 with the number 5 car of Dylan Petty going to roll off here from position number 8. So this one is stacked from top to bottom. 8 drivers to take to the racetrack. 12 laps going to be the distance. Only 3 can transfer on. You say here all the time there, Todd. Who's it going to be? This one's going to be a slugfest.
Definitely going to be a slugfest. We're going to have to see what's going to happen. Is that last heat race, Phil? We got to show it live on the feed. The little contact made there made it so the number 44 could get in unofficially. So the 44 is indeed in. So a lot of contact being made there towards the end of that one. Not a lot of hard contact. It's just like incidental contact. So you guys got to see that live on the screen. So it's the 81 of Joey Lamb, Darrell Litterall. going to lead them down here as we got one more pace lap here on the iRacing.com pace car. So we're going to have to see what's going to happen. Who's going to be here for heat race number 5? Who's going to be transferring in to the A main here for the final 3, not the final 3, but the 3 transfer positions here for the heat race. They're highly, highly contested and a lot of good cars in this one.
Sure is. Get Joey Lamb on the front row with Darren Litterall. Joey Lamb going to love that starting spot he gets tonight in heat race number 4. Second row, Matthew Logan put a top 5 qualifying time here for tonight. Scott Schroyer on the outside of the second row. They are under green. We are off racing into turn number 1. Right away, the outside lane looks like going to be the one to jump forward with the 16 of Litterall. He may pace Joey Lamb there, put Lamb out to the lead. Here comes Darren fighting up high as they're door to door off of 4.
Yeah, Joey Lamb to the lead. Here comes the 68. Darren Litterall back to the top side in that 68 machine. Side-by-side battle. Here comes Scott Schroyer, the outlaw. He's into the 3. Right now holding on to that final transfer spot. So let's see if Scott Schroyer can hold on to that position. But Darren Litterall now to the lead in that number 68 machine. Good run for him, Phil. A good qualifying effort for that 68. Good to see him having a great run here on Full Velocity TV. Joey Lamb running in that second spot. Scott Schroyer starting to reel these top 2 in. What's going to happen here as Joey Lamb now dives back down to the bottom, side by side for the lead off of turn number 4. It is still Litterall leading that time by, but Lamb way down on the bottom trying to make that happen, and a little bit sideways there, Phil.
Little bit, letting Litterall sneak back around the outside. That may bring Scott Schroyer into the mix also. That red and white Budweiser number 2 floating on the outside lane. Schroyer on the top, Lamb down low, all chasing Darren Litterall. Those 3 currently locked into transfer positions. They are battling it out. Slugfest for position number 2. They're in turn 3.
Yeah, slugfest going on. 3 cars starting to run away and hide here. The final 3, or the 3 cars that are going to make into the transfer here. Scott Schroyer now makes short work of Lamb up into that second spot in the number 2 machine, trying to track down Darren Litterall here as they come down into turn number 3. We're going to get 6 laps remaining here at the start-finish line. Litterall leading this event, but Scott Schroyer knocking at his door.
Schroyer is right there on that red and white flying deuce there, running to the inside lane. Look at Litterall, going to like a boss running on that top shelf in car number 68. Joey Lamb currently running 3rd. He may be falling back to the clutches of, I believe, is that the 129 car behind him. They're trying to see the number a bit. Scott Dobbs, number 52 car. Scott currently running 4th. He's starting to chase down Joey Lamb. Joey right now holding a transfer spot, but he holds it by 3 car lengths as they hit turn 3.
Yeah, about 3 car lengths as they come by the start-finish line. 4 laps remaining. It's Darren Litterall, Scott Schroyer, Joey Lamb for 3 right now. Scott Dobbs starting to reel him in, about 3 car lengths between himself and the number 81 of Joey Lamb. Can Dobbs get into position? Don't count up off either in the number 129 machine. He's still fighting tooth and nail there, Phil.
Sure is. Those guys are digging at it. If they may not make the A, well, that may give you a better starting position here from the B, and that may be all the difference here tonight. Joey Lamb clinging on to life in car number 81 into turn number 3. Boy, he's got Dobbs there. Uphoff is there in that 129 as well. 2 laps to go from the starter stand. 2 more trips around the 410 mile. And your race leader is Darren Litterall. He paced the field. He's got Scott Schroyer in tow as they hit turn 3.
White flag going to come out off of turn number 4. Battle going on for that final transfer position. Contact made between Uphoff and the number 81 of Joey Lamb. Lamb still side by side here. That's a nice battle going on for that final transfer position. Meanwhile, back up front off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 5. The 68 of Darren Litterall. The number 2 of Scott Schroyer going to finish for 2. The 81 of Joey Lamb going to find that number 81 in the final transfer position, even after the 129 right there knocking at his door, Phil.
Absolutely. That was pretty good race there. Curtis could have certainly put the door to Joey there and took them both out of the race, but that was a gentleman move there. So that will put 5 heat races in the books. We got 15 drivers locked into the main event. The Stay Strong 100 coming up here very, very shortly after our 3B mains, but still one more of a heat race is here to go. Heat race number 6. And this is the way they will come to post. On the pole is going to be car number 17. Keep an eye on Jason Magnat with the number 03 of Dylan Thomas. The number 88 is Thomas Coggins with number 13 car of Jordan Lutz. The 269 rolls next. That is James Grace with the number 21 car of Jared Mogart along the side. In the final row rolling out there, car number 113 of George Fehrenbacher and the number 08 of Calvin Herring make up our 8-car field here. 8 drivers on the call, 8 drivers to the racetrack. 3 more. The final 3 out of the heat race transfers are going to come out of heat race number 6, and you got a loaded names here. Jason Minot, Dylan Thomas, Thomas Coggins out there, Jared Bogart, who we've seen win multiple times over here at Dirt Series on a Thursday night. George Fehrenbacher's out there. We've seen George run really good here recently. This one's going to really come from anywhere, Todd. But look at that front row. Jason Minot, haven't talked about Jason here on Full Velocity TV in forever. Dylan Thomas, we know really well on the outside. This one's going to be hotly contested. They are in turn number 3. The lights atop the iRacing.com safety truck are off, and we're going to set sail 12 more trips around the 4/10 mile dirt track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Waiting for that starter to give us the signal for the green. He's got the flag in hand. He unloads it. Green flags up in the air. Jason Minot going to lead the field in the turn 1.
Jason Minot down into turn number 1, setting a little bit sideways. Here comes Coggins down to the bottom as Minot made a little bit of an error there through the corner. 3 wide battle, and that's not going to work. Around goes the 0-3 machine. 0-3 of Dylan Thomas around there at the wrong end of a 3 wide battle. We knew that was not going to work, Phil, as soon as it happened.
It didn't look good right from the start there, and you saw Dylan just in the wrong place, wrong time. Car got this, can't say even sideswiped there, just got touched from one end, touched on the right rear, touched on the left rear. Car got real light for the middle of the corner. Caution flag out to the racetrack there. Tough break for Dylan Thomas. Will have to go to the rear of the field. Up front, though, give the race lead to the 88 of Thomas Coggins. He's got Jason Minot in for second. James Grayson, Jordan Lutz going to make up your top 2 rows. So we're only 3 laps in. 12 laps is a distance. We haven't seen a whole lot of caution here through heat racing action. Of course, heat race number 3 was slowed here and ended under yellow. We don't want to see any more heat racing action. You want to see the best of these 3 cars that are here. You want them to get locked into this qualifier here in the heats, because you don't want to see these guys who've earned their shot have to go back there and fight their way tooth and nail through one of those 3 B mains. So off of turn number 4, looks like next time around we'll be back to green flag racing, but tough break for Dylan Thomas, Todd, who was on the outside of the front row, had a great car here in time trials, started on the outside pole, now going to have to come from position number 8 with 5 laps on the board. He's going to have about 7 or 8 laps to do it. That's a long rope to tow.
Going to have to fight like a madman out there is the number 03 of Dylan Thomas. We're going to see if he has what it takes to get up through the field there and get into that final transfer position held by James Grayson, that 269 machine. Field's restacked, repacked, green flag is in the air. The 88 Thomas Coggins up through the gearbox down here to turn number 1. Jason Minot running in that second spot. Here comes the 269 of James Grace down to the bottom side, trying to get up into that second spot. The 21 also starting to make his way up through into the fray. That's Jared Bogart. The 269 tries to settle into that third and final transfer spot.
Man, look at the way these cars jam the brakes in the turn number 3 and 4. They're just darting for everywhere, and you see them almost stopping on a dime to maybe find some clean racetrack, and that's allowing Coggins up front to maybe drive away and hide aboard car number 88. Jason Minot right now in there for second. The race is on behind him. Minot's got a miracle about the 269 of James Grace. Jared Bogart's 21 there as well. We know Bogart's fast. Look at that 21 car. He is digging. That's racing for a transfer spot as they exit turn 4.
We usually find Bogart where the other cars are not running, and Bogart set up for the bottom side here. Then number 21 machine making his way up here next to that 3D sponsored machine, the 13 machine of Jordan Lutz. Lutz right now trying to work his way up through there in the 13, but the 21 of Bogart working over the bottom side, going to take over that 4th spot. Now sets his sights on the 269 of James Grace, but he doesn't have that many laps to go there to try to get into that final transfer position through the heat races. He's going to have to do it the hard way through the B mains if he's not up there right now.
Not going to be able to do so here, as next time around we're going to get 2 to go from the starter stand. Going to be 2 more trips around for race leader Thomas Coggins. Jason Minot in for 2. James Grace, 269, currently running in the 3rd spot. Saved by Grace off of turn number 4, holding off Jared Bogart. He's got 2 to go from the stand there, Todd. And this time around off of turn number 4, Thomas Coggins is going to see the white flag.
Here goes Bogart to the top shelf of the speedway. He's trying something different. As white flag going to fly here. We're going to stay with the 3rd place battle here. That is the final transfer position. Bogart trying to wind it up on the top shelf of the speedway. The 269 and James Grace is trying to qualify his way in. down the back straightaway into turn number 3 for the final time. Mogard going to have one final shot at the 269. Not going to be had here in heat race number 6. So it's going to go to Thomas Coggins, Jason Minat, and James Grace in the 269. Going to qualify here for the A-Main. That's going to put 18 cars in our A-Main.
18 cars are locked in. 6 more still to transfer on into the Stay Strong 100. Coming up here in a little bit, we are through heat racing action, which means it is time for the first of 3 B-Mains on tap here this evening. This is going to be very, very hotly contested here. On the pole for B-Main number 1 will be car number 41. That is Chad Carter with the number 73 of Andy Jones along on the outside. The number 018 is Adam Lichty with the number 19 of David Kuntz. Dustin Hall, the number 331 with Jamie Reed aboard car number 15. Next row back, you find Bob Gullickson in the number 27 with the 967 of Kevin Forcier on the outside of the front row. Row number 5's inside car is the 51 of J.R. Bash with the number 23 of Jason McSparran alongside, and shotgun on the field here. Position number 11 will be car number 50 of Jason Lineweaver. So 11 cars on the racetrack, Todd. Only 2 going to transfer on to the A-Main. 2 of 11. I believe 15 laps of distance here for the B-Mains. I hope you've got everything down there ready to go, because this one's going to get busy.
This one's definitely going to get busy there, Phil. The live running order going up on the screen, so everybody out there, Facebook Live, Twitch, and YouTube, you can follow along with your favorite driver. This is going to be B-Main number 1. 2 will make it into here, so this is going to get very, very interesting. 15 laps is going to be the distance here at the dirt track in Charlotte, the 410 Smile Speedway. These guys come down into turn 1 and 2. The iRacing.com pace lights are extinguished atop that truck. We're ready to go back to green flag racing once again, this time with B-Main number 1. It's going to be Carter and Jones to lead them down. It's going to be one of those things, Phil. You're going to have to really stay in those positions. You're going to have to do everything it takes. This is your final chance to make it into the Stay Strong 100. These guys ready to put that hammer down, the loud pedal down out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air, and wow! 331 of Dustin Hall tried to jump the start there. Did not, he backed right back out of it, so that was good for the 331. But the 41 of Chad Carter going to lead him down here into turn number 3. And off of turn number 4, Carter, I believe, is going to lead lap number 1 by the start-finish line by Andy Jones in that 73 machine motoring back on the outside. Yellow flag going to fly for the first time here at B-Main number 1.
Yellow flag on the speedway here for the first lap of what is going to be 15 here for B-Main. Race number 1, contact toward the back of the field. I believe the 27 of Gullickson getting a piece. I think Kevin Forcier's 967 going to be the car with a really short end of this one here. And I also believe is that McSparran's number 23. I believe that was rolling away slowly there as well. So caution flag on the speedway right on the opening lap of B-Main number 1. Just as Chad Carter was able to peek his way out to the lead. Andy Jones in there for 2. Adam Lichty's 3rd. Dustin Hall almost jumped the restart there. He is up to 4th. David Kuntz running at your top 5. Those are the top 5. The story here is, guys, only 2 meet transfer on to our 100-lap A-Main. 18 drivers already locked into the fray. We're going to put 2 more on in here. We're going to put 4 more on between 2 more B-Mains to go. 3 of the Bs on the docket. We've got 3 killer Bs out there on the racetrack. The Stay Strong 100 coming up here in just a little while. Hope you guys out there on Facebook, on YouTube, and Twitch TV are enjoying the show as much as we are bringing it to you here tonight. As we want to get that call out there, guys. Star donations. Get those stars donations out there here. Contribute into what we got going on over here at Full Velocity TV. They all go a long way. And as we always do here, our top stars getter for this week started here Monday night. This is the last event of the week. So our top stars donator of the week is going to receive a free Full Velocity TV t-shirt on behalf of all of us here live at Full Velocity TV. So get those stars donations in now. Todd the field working its way through turns number 3 and 4. And I believe this time we should see that iRacing.com pace truck fire its way toward the infield and going to put this face back under green. There is the green flag. Chad Carter leads the field in turn number 1.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of contact made there with the 331, but the 41 and Chad Carter leading down the back straightaway already. Andy Jones now diving down to the bottom. He's in that final transfer position. The 73 machine, the 331 of Dustin Hall now getting around. I believe that's the number 19 of David Coots in the 018 machine. With the 331 of Dustin Hall trying to track down the 73. That's going to be the battle there for that final transfer position. 73 of Andy Jones not happy with the second place run. He wants to get around that number 41. He does not want to sit in that hot seat, Phil. That's got to be the most uncomfortable feeling.
You don't want to be there at all, being in second in a B-main, knowing you are racing for your life. Andy Jones does not want to be there. Dustin Hall, number 331, that car has come to life, working on the inside of the racetrack. He's going to try to chase down that top two. Andy Jones not content with the lead, going to try to make a run on Chad Carter up front, but now caution flag. Second yellow flag of the night here in B-main number 1 on lap number 9. This is going to start running out of laps here if we don't get more green flag racing. This one looks like it may have gathered up. Oh, I'm frantically rolling back here. I believe that got J.R. Bash. J.R. Bash number 51 on the short end of this one. J.R. sent around, and that's going to make his transfer into the A main even tougher, as he will have to restart all the way back deep in position number 11. 10 laps of 15 going up on the board this time around.
And you're seeing what happened to the number 51 of J.R. Bash there on your screen. And it's rather interesting flirting with that wall, Phil. Never flirt with the wall, especially at the edges of the wall there. They really jump out and bite you, and they don't like the flirtatiousness of the car. It just decides that it's going to take you out. The 51 of J.R. Bash on the other end of that. Unfortunately, a lot of damage to that 51 machine as he's going to join the tail end of the field. But J.R. Bash, he fought the wall and the wall won.
He fought the wall and the wall won. Sorry, no, should not be singing. Got to keep the voice warm because I think I may have joined the short end here tonight for the national anthem don't work. They may have me sing, and if I do, I'm going to apologize to all of you now. Here as the lights are out atop that iRacing.com safety Chevy Silverado here tonight at the dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Going to put the field back into the hands of Carter 41. That's Chad Carter. Chad, keep in mind, was our fastest qualifier tonight here in time trials. Did not get into the top 3 in heat race number 1. Had to go all the way to the B main. And here he is up there going to bring the field back to green. Him and Andy Jones with the top 2. Dustin Hall in for 3rd. Adam Lichty currently running 4th. David Koontz is 5th. We're back to green. 13 laps go on the board. Next time around there, Todd, I believe we're going to see 2 to go on the flag stand.
Yeah, this time is the 41 of Chad Carter diving down here in the turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, it's Chad Carter going to lead of 2 laps to go here. Popsicle sticks in the air. Meanwhile, battle going on for that final transfer position. The 73 of Andy Jones has it. Dustin Hall wants it there. Don't count out the 15 of Jamie Reed. Here down into turn number 3 for the one of the final times. There's yellow flag going to fly. This is going to be the race back. It's going to be Chad Carter and Andy Jones under yellow flag conditions to take the final 2 transfer positions here in B main number 1.
Yeah, too bad to see that one end under yellow, but congratulations to Chad Carter and Andy Jones. They are going to transfer on into the A main, the Stay Strong 100. That's coming up here, 30 plus laps, 30 laps, and a national anthem from now. We'll have a 100-lap marathon tonight here from the dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So there it is. Checkered flag going to go out to the field here under caution. Chad Carter officially going to pick up the win in B main number 1 over Andy Jones. In for 3 is going to be Dustin Hall, going to be Jamie Reed 4th, and running at your top 5 is going to be David Koontz in car number 19. So going to put those guys all to the pit area. We're going to know we're definitely going to see Carter and Jones in the A main. We're off to B main number 2, and with the starting lineup for that is my buddy Mr. Stanton.
Yeah, B main number 2 going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 69, that is Keith Hackney. His answer outside is Curtis Uphoff in the 129. Inside row number 2, starting in that 3rd starting position, driving the 04, that is Frank Gonzalez. And rolling off in that 4th position, the 52, that's Scott Dobbs. Inside row number 3, starting in the 5th starting position, that's the 118 machine of Joshua Hessen. And outside of him will be Dylan Petty in the number 5 machines rolling off 6th. Rolling out 7th in the number 10, that's Cody Cantonwine. His distance partner to the outside, driving the number 49, that's Matthew Logan. Inside row number 5, starting in that 9th starting position, that's the 211, that's Tyler Hargrove. And his distance partner to the outside, that's the high side hustler, that's Martin Karch. That is 10 cars out there on the field, Phil. One of them not making the call so far. That it would be Tyler Hargrove not making the call. So right now we're waiting to see if he's going to pull out of the pits or not here for B-Main number 2. Remember, only 2 cars make it. Does not look like Hargrove is going to make it out there. So we called for 10. We have 9 of them out there, Phil. So now 9 cars are going to contest for the for 2 more of those transfer positions here in B-Main number 2.
And you got some pretty heavy hitters out there. Dylan Petty's out there in the number 5. Martin Karch of the 101. We've seen him do it on Full Velocity TV before. You got Matthew Logan out there who set a really good time out there in qualifying. You got guys like Scott Dobbs, Frank Gonzalez going to start this race on the 2nd row. They're on the outside looking in. It's Curtis Uphoff. Keith Hackney going to take this race from the pole. 1 to go. Going to go out to the field here down the front straightaway. Just going to cinch these belts in even more. Off of turn number 4. What do you think these guys are thinking? Hackney with the pole there, Todd. You're probably thinking as that pole starts to race, you pull the belts tight, you flip the visor down. It's all business from here. Any nerves, it's just ice water going through the veins as they head down the backstretch.
As the beginning of the races goes, I flip that visor down, Phil, and I don't even pull the belts tight. I've already done that. I flipped that visor down. It is go time. It is indeed going to be go time. Out of turn number 4, this field is stacked. It is packed. It is Hackney and Uphoff. Going to lead him down here off of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Can Hackney make the Stay Strong 100 here? That's going to be the story. Down into turn number 1. It is Keith Hackney leading them.
Big wreck to the inside lane. A couple of cars getting turned and looks like we're going to stay under green. Looks like that was Frank Gonzalez 04. That was turned around. 3 cars got stuck there on a rut off of turn number 2. We're still green flag racing. 1 lap in the book. Tough break for those guys up front. Know who it's not tough for? Keith Hackney's number 69. He leads the field in a 3 and 4.
Yeah, definitely. Keith Hackney has a little bit of a cushion now in that 69 machine. Curtis Uphoff and Dylan Petty changing sliders here for the number 2 position as Dylan Petty now back up in front of Uphoff in that 129 machine. Here comes the 52, Scott Dobbs. He's now into the fray, side-by-side battle for that 3rd spot, trying to work over the bottom, trying to pull a twofer move off of turn number 4. Not going to be had here as we come down to turn number 1. Uphoff, wow, slider there in front of the 5 machine, and 5 comes back, high-low switch. The 52 does not know which way to go here. Scott Dobbs, man, that would be a tough position to be in right now.
Oh, certainly is. Dylan Petty in the 5 car using that slider to perfection. Those guys racing for a transfer spot. It is Keith Hackney who was this runaway and hide here in car number 69. He leads by about 15 car lengths in the 3 and 4. The race is on for that transfer spot, which is held right now by that number 5 of Dylan Petty. In for 3rd right now is the number 129 of Curtis Uphoff. Scott Dobbs, the 52, currently running 4th on the outside looking in. Those fellas going to have to make something happen into turn number 3. Hackney driving away. Dylan Petty starting to just kind of ease out that distance. Just 3 car lengths as they hit turn 3. We're halfway home.
Yeah, trying to stay with that battle for that 3rd spot there, the 129 Uphoff and Scott Dobbs. If Dobbs can get by one at 129, is he faster than that 5 of Dylan Petty? We're going to have to see. Are we going to have time to see that one? No, that is the question. As we have 8 laps to go here around the dirt track of Charlotte here. B-Main number 2. It has all been Keith Hackney, Dylan Petty holding on for that 2nd and final transfer position. He is on the hot seat. He is on the bubble. That's not a good feeling, Phil. I'm going to tell you right now. You're looking up in your mirror. You're making sure you're starting to get nervous. You don't want to. You don't want the 129 or whoever's directly behind you to pass you. So you're starting to get nervous. You're starting to sweat it up here, and that's when your lines start messing up. And the 5 right now, Dylan Petty, you can see him start shifting around, trying to find some real estate there. But the 129 Uphoff right now starting to reel him back in.
Sure is. With 5 laps remaining, Curtis has a 129 right to the back bumper of the 5. They head down the back chute into turn number 3. Look at Curtis going to just kind of catfish around that low side of the racetrack, looking for room down there. Dylan Petty going to run up high in car number 5. Keith Hackney, he is just gone up front. Race for the win, not in question as we stay under green. Hackney is gone. The race is on for the transfer spot. Petty in the 5 has it. Uphoff 129 wants it. You got guys like Dobbs. You got Matthew Logan right now behind them in the 49. He was quick here in time trials. Those guys on the outside looking in. Hackney has his field covered. Dylan Petty, he's got 3 car lengths somewhere. Uphoff as they hit turn 3.
Dylan Petty right up against the wall there with his right rear tire, just trying to hold on to that final transfers position and trying to make it here into the A main, the Stay Strong 100, and that's what he wants to do. As he come down, and Keith Hackney now flashes by the start-finish line, popsicle sticks in the air, 2 more trips around the dirt track of Charlotte. Hackney has a considerable lead. That's almost 3 seconds over the number 5 of Dylan Petty. So Hackney right now, barring anything going wrong here, as he comes down into turn number 3. And off of turn number 4, he's going to get the white flag. So 1 more trip around the dirt track of Charlotte for Keith Hackney.
Just a good old-fashioned stroll around here on a Thursday night for car number 69 off of turn number 2. I mean, no pressure from behind. Calling about 20 car lengths into turn number 3, into 3 and 4. Keith Hackney can see the checkers from here. Keith Hackney going to pick up the win in B main number 2. Dylan Petty going to transfer out of B main number 2. He is in for second. Third going to go to Uphaw. Fourth is going to be in for Scott Dobbs, and Matthew Logan going to round out your top 5 heavy hitters like Frank Gonzalez, Job Hessian, Cody Cantwine, Martin Karch on the outside looking in. Their nights are going to be gone. They're not going to advance into the 100 lap. Stay Strong A-main coming up here shortly, but we only have one more item of business on the agenda here tonight, Todd. That is the last chance to B-main here for these guys. We got 11 cars on the schedule. Only 2, the final 2. We have 22 cars locked in. We will expand it out to 24. So I'm going to throw it over to you. Why don't you give us our starting lineup for our final B main? See, I love when I try to throw this back to him kind of off cue, and he kind of stands there and looks and says, no, Phil, you get the last B main. We're doing it out of order. You get this one. And try to throw the audible, save it for the A main for myself, but we'll be okay. We'll take it away here, Todd. We got this. On the pole is going to be car number 22 of John Hine with the number 21 of Jared Bogart alongside. The 75, Benji Killian starts third with the number 13 of Jordan Lutz to his outside. Third row, the 31 is Mike Cron with the number 03 of Dylan Thomas. The 119 is Jared Winholtz with the number 113 of George Fehrenbacher. Rolling off of position number 8. Scheduled for position number 9 is number 83 of Josh Smith with the 08 of Calvin Herring. And the number 24 of Earl Clements. Not sure those guys are all going to make the call out to the racetrack, but the call was for 11. I think if my math is correct here, Todd, if I can count correctly, I believe I count 8 cars to the racetrack. 8 are going to be out there. John Hayne and Jared Bogart are going to lead this field here. 15 more laps. The very last chance for these guys to qualify into the Stay Strong 100. It is right now only 2 of these 8 to 9 drivers on the racetrack will be racing in a 100-lap main event coming up here in probably about 10 minutes.
Yeah, Phil, it's 10 cars, actually 10, so you can tell your math is off. Mathematician, we are not up here at the tower. We prove that each and every week, I'm going to tell you, Phil, but there is 10 cars out there pacing the field right now, so we're going to wait for the green flag to come out into the air to be Herod and Mogard up front there, the 22 and the 21. The 75 and the 13 is your next row back there, waiting on that green flag for the final B main here of the night. Green flag is in the air. It's very interesting to see the 21 of Mogard here in the B main, but the 21 of Mogard, the 75 makes contact, man, with that tire down there. I thought that was going to cause a stack up there, Phil.
Stack up, I thought it might break the right front, send him up the hill. It certainly did as they hit turn number 3. Benji Killian sent up the racetrack. Somehow that car's still holding it together. He's going to have to slam the brakes on in front of Mogard. The caution is out as now the 75 is around into turn number 3. In a secondary incident here as there were 2 on the racetrack. I caught that one with the 75. I think the first one here may have been, was that Fehrenbacher machine or was that the Winholtz machine back there? I believe it was Fehrenbacher that I did see. I think both of them went around actually. Fehrenbacher and Jared Winholtz both around, along with Benji Killian. So caution flag here working lap number 3 of the final B main of the night.
Yeah, I see it live on the stream there, Phil. I'm not 100% positive what happened there. I believe the 21 got into the right rear of the 75 by this camera view, but I'm not 100% positive as he could have been pulling a slider there on the 21 of Jared Bogard. Mogard into the left rear, I should say, of the number 75 machine. That's the incident we got to see here on the screen, Phil. But again, we're going to replay it once again, just for the fans out there, Facebook, show what happened to the 75 machine. He pulled the slider here, got a wee bit of loose, came down and got into the Cron after contact there with the 21 machine of Mogard, back up across the track into the 08 machine. So tough break for some of these drivers, Phil.
Certainly is. Don't want to see that here in the final B main of the night. Don't want to see a lot of caution flag laps at all. Want to watch these guys race it out as much as we can under green and put the 24 best drivers we have on hand here tonight into our main event that's coming up next. But we have one more item of business left here. Two more drivers to transfer on in. It is the number 22 car of John Hine with the lead. The 31 of Mike Cron right now in for two. Jared Mogard and Josh Smith third and fourth, with Dylan Thomas rounding out your top five. Jordan Lutz is sixth. Calvin Herring is seventh. Benji Killian is eighth. Jared Windholz ninth. George Fehrenbach are going to round out your 10 cars on the racetrack as they work their way down on the 3 and 4. The pace truck is in. We're back to Green Flag Racing B main number 3.
Yeah, B main number 3, where they're going to decide. Here comes the 21 of Mogard. Look at him down on the bottom side, forcing the issue 3 wide there. I thought he was going to make contact, make some love there with those Uke tires, Phil. As that number 21 trying to make it exciting, way down on the bottom, catfishing it there, not able to pull anything off. Cron right now battling for the lead, side by side battle with the 22 machine there. They are leaving everything out there, Phil. Final 2 transfer positions, man, it is hard fought for those 2 positions.
It really is, and I've been desperate before, but never enough to think one of those tires was a good idea. So hopefully they all stay away from that as they hit turn number 1. It is Hine, the number 22, up to the lead. Mike Cross, 31, in for 2. Mogard currently running third. Is caution going to come out on the racetrack once again? Caution as they hit turn number 3. This time around, going to put 9 laps of 15 on the board. So if these guys got work to do to get forward, spinning each other out and wrecking, that's not going to help them out at all. Second yellow flag here of B main number 3. I think Josh Smith was one of the 2 cars rolling away slowly there aboard car number 83. Oh, no, he wasn't. He was one of the cars coming through. He spun up to the field. That may have been the Jordan Lutz number 13 car, Todd, that I saw around there. Definitely had a 3 in it. Yeah, it was Jordan Lutz, the 13, I believe, around. Second caution flag here in B main number 2. That's all I know for certain.
Definitely something that you don't want to see. You don't want to see another yellow flag. I know Jared Mogard right now sitting on the outside looking into this race right now behind Mike Cron. That's not where he wants to be. And that number 21 machine, the 22, down ahead right now, out right now in the lead. So, I mean, yellow flags, I mean, he could get a quick green flag and be happy probably with another yellow flag here in the B main and qualify for this Stay Strong 100 here tonight, as this is B main number 3, the last B main of the night. Only 2 more positions left for the Stay Strong 100. We're just waiting to see who those final 2 positions are going to belong to. Mogard's been rather fast, but look at Josh Smith in that number 83, that Full Velocity sponsored machine. He's worked his way up to that 4 spot.
That is a good racing admin right there. You own the league. You do all the press work for the league. You're up in P4 in the final B main of the night. Only 2 transfer. That's a guy who has done a lot all day, just out there trying to let it all hang out and unwind. Josh Smith right now, car number 83, currently running 4th on the racetrack. Field is in turn number 3. Lights are extinguished around the speedway, and we are going to put these guys back under, green flag conditions. Lap number 12 set to come up to the scoreboard once they start finish line off of 4. Green flag is handed a single file restart. John Hines, number 22. He's going to lead the field into turn number 1. A good 3-wide move. Here comes Mogard to the inside of Mike Cron. There's a track race on the backstretch, not only for the transfer spot, but now for the race lead. They are 3 wide through 3 and 4.
3 wide as here comes Cron. Mogard makes contact with Cron there for a little bit. He backs out of it. Mogard drifts up the track. Look at Cron going for the lead here. And then number 31 machine side by side battle down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Is he going to be able to hold on to that spot as he's going to drift up in front of the 22 and put the block on the 22. Put Cron to the lead.
Mike Cron gets the lead through 1 and 2. Hine going to be stuck in a hornet's nest right now, fighting for position number 2. Look at Mogard to the inside of the 21. He's going to capitalize on the mistake. Put Jared Mogard now up into that catbird seat in that second spot. Put, that number 83 of Josh Smith now. He's going to come up to 3. Dylan Thomas there in the 03 up to 5th as well. 22 of John Hine, who looked like one of the faster cars out there, Todd, back into 3rd, having to race for his life. Him and, Mogard around. Big wreck in the turn number 1. Both cars hard on the outside wall, and Whew! That's definitely going to put us under caution. Man, both those cars destroyed. That was coming to the checkered flag. Both those cars destroyed at turn number 1. Cron going to pick up the win. Jared Mogard at the line, Todd, was scored that second spot. Mogard and Cron, they advance out of B main number 3. John Hine and Josh Smith, Dylan Thomas, all on the outside looking in. Their nights will be done.
Yeah, definitely a good race there between the 22 and the 21. They were roughing each other up there going to the start-finish line, and contact after that had a lot of heavy damage to those cars, but they already finished. The 21 of Jared Mogard going to move on here to the feature. The Stay Strong 100 is just moments away, but before we do that, we're going to set it trackside for the playing of the national anthem.
Back here at the dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway, getting ready here for the last minute adjustments before the Stay Strong 100 presented by Hidman Wrecker Service. And kudos to the guys over here at DirtSeries.com, presenting sponsor to us over here as always at Full Velocity TV for putting on this amazing event. Benefits being raised tonight, all funds and proceeds for the event being donated out to the Keith Hackney family. We've also made a $300 purse out there to these guys racing on the racetrack as well. So a lot of great things. Also going to thank Jamison Colbridge, Earl Clements from CNC Racing Designs. Also to the proud sponsor to us here on Full Velocity TV. Those guys do a lot for us behind the scenes. Going to salute those guys, CNC Racing Designs as well. Also going to give a shout out to Jim Revis over at Evil One Graphics. Great car wraps as well. Evil One Graphics, they're not only good, they are evil. And we got to thank Brendan Spadafora from Spadafora Firearms, a guy who has done so much for us here on Full Velocity TV. Check out Brendan's great website, SpadaforaFirearms.com. If you got a gun make there you're looking for, you want training with a new weapon, you want to even sign up for a license to the National Rifle Association, he has all the channels and outlets to do so. Get a hold of Brendan now, SpadaforaFirearms.com. He will hook you up there with all your needs. So we are locked and loaded here. Guys out there, Facebook Live, you guys have been alive all night long. Great to see some of the drivers coming off the racetrack, tuning into the race chat. You know, YouTube's been out there doing pretty solid tonight. Twitch TV's been solid as well. So great to have you all aboard for what is going to be an electric night here. The 100-lap main event, the Stay Strong 100, is coming up in just a brief few moments, waiting for the race server to click on over to race, and then that's going to set the stage here for what is going to be an amazing night. 100 laps around the 4/10 mile here. The dirt track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway lit up to perfection here this evening. Todd Stanton here with me alongside Phil Lacasse up here in the booth. Todd, God, I don't know what we can say. We've been waiting for this race all week long. The night is finally here. The qualifications aside, the last chance qualifiers, it is time to put 24 of the best dirt drivers out there tonight. Pro late models, 100 laps. Partner, are you ready to go? Let's do a starting lineup.
Indeed, I am ready to go, and we're getting ready, locked and loaded here at the dirt track of Charlotte with our starting lineup. And now your starting lineup for the Dirt Track of Charlotte, the Stay Strong 100, presented by Dirt-Series.com and Full Velocity TV. Starting on the pole, driving the number 28, the Dylan Hauser. Outside of him, driving the double knot. He's won quite a few times here on Full Velocity TV over the last couple of weeks. That's the 0-0. That's Kendall Tucker.
Rolling off of the inside, order number 2 from Bellevue, Texas, aboard car number 177 is Rhett Starnes, who was outside aboard car number 83. 83 tonight is Hunter Stifler. The number 33 in the outside second row.
Inside, row number 3, starting in that 5th starting position, driving the number 68, having a good run here in his heat race. That's Daryl Litteral and his dancing partner outside there, driving the number 88. That's Thomas Coggins.
Row number 4 to the inside, the 313 is Greg Thompson for Shreve, Ohio, and alongside in car number 18 is DJ Kolonowski.
Rolling off in that 9th starting position, driving the number 14, that's Brian Waynat. And outside of him, driving the 199, that's big country there, Jamison Colbridge.
Next row back on the inside, the Flying Deuce, the outlaw Scott Schroyer rolls off aboard car number 2, and alongside in the 17, that is Jason Maynard.
Rolling off in that 13th starting position, driving the number 97, that's Blake Either, and outside of him is Showtime Shane Kelly, and we're about ready to go Showtime here, Phil. That iRacing.com pace car pulling down to pit road, and it's going to be 100 laps, is going to be the main event distance. These guys are restacked, repacked, reloaded, and ready to go. Green flag as the hammer drops down on a turn number 4. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing down to turn 1.
Racing at turn number 1, Dylan Hauser going to lead Kendall Tucker through the corner. Here comes Hunter Stifler's number 33 down to the low side as well. All juking and driving car positions. Who's going to lead lap number 1 off of turn number 4? Give it to car number 28, the pole sitter, Dylan Hauser. He's going to lead the field off of turn number 2. Here comes Kendall Tucker, going to drive to the inside. We were raced for the lead. First time, put Kendall Tucker. He's got the advantage as they exit 4.
Tucker down to the bottom side. Here comes Hauser firing back down to the inside. That number 28 side-by-side battle going down into turn 1. Hauser drifts up the track just a little bit. He leaves the room open for the 0-0 machine as he leads the charge down into turn 3, taking over the lead. Daryl Litteral in the number 68. He's up to 3rd.
Litteral having a terrific run so far out of the gate. The 68 car running in position number 3. Race down up front. Kendall Tucker got the lead 2 car lengths back to Dylan Hauser. Litteral in for 3rd. Kolonowski's over 18 car currently running up there in 4th. You got Stifler's number 33 car up so in the mix as well. That is your current top 5 working off the exit of 2. Kendall Tucker's got the advantage 2 car lengths over Dylan Hauser. They work down the backstretch.
A good battle going on for the 3rd position as it's heating up there, Phil. Here comes DJ Kolonowski up to that 3rd spot, getting around Litteral. Here comes Coggins trying to make a 3-wide battle for the 3rd spot. It is DJ Kolonowski going to come out of that one as he's touching the wall down the back straightaway. That's not what you want to do. Here comes Litteral down to the bottom side-by-side battle. He wants his 3rd spot back off of turn 4, but staying in that throttle, staying in that loud pedal, the 18 machine of DJ Kolonowski to the top shelf of the speedway.
DJ letting it dig up high on the outside off the exit of turn number 2. Give him the 3rd spot. Litteral down back to 4th. Here comes Thomas Coggins in the 88 looking for running room. He will stay up high. Look at that run down low. The 68 of Litteral firing back to the low side of Kolonowski into turn 1 and 2. DJ going to hold off that advantage. Put the 18 car. He'll maintain 3rd as they hit turn 3.
Yeah, maintaining 3rd, but good battles going on throughout the whole field here. We're watching now the number 97 Blake Either in a 3-wide battle. They're going on for right around the 7th, 8th, and 9th position. They're good locked and loaded battles, 3-wide battling going on throughout the field, Phil. Right now is the 97 of Heather able to get by the number 14 machine, and I believe that's the number 313 of Greg Thompson there momentarily. But these guys have been locked tooth and nail here into a 3-wide battle. Just watching Heather work over the bottom side. He's one of only a couple drivers that we're seeing work on the bottom. The number 2 of Scott Schroyer also working on the bottom. The 98 coming up through the middle. The 98 machine being driven here tonight by Justin Thompson. Thompson making some headway through the middle of the field.
Sure is. Those guys really letting it lay out through the corner, racing for about 7th position on back here into turn number 3. Up front, still all Kendall Tucker over Dylan Hauser. DJ Kolonowski, Darren Litteral, Thomas Coggins, Hunter Stifler running 6th. That race is on for 7th and 8th. You got Brian Wynat back there, Blake Heather, Justin Thompson, 3 cars under a blanket. Here comes Scott Schroyer to that mix as well. Good 3-car tangle there from position number 7. They exit turn number 4.
Beautiful battle going on back through the field. Here's we are on lap 13 of 100 with the Stay Strong 100 at the dirt track is Charlotte. Heather still working over the bottom side here, trying to be somewhere where everybody else is not there, and doing a rather good job in that number 97 machine, just trying to stick to his guns down on the bottom side of the speedway. But the top group just seems to be prevailing as of right now. Schroyer now back up to the top side in that number 2 machine, so he's now left the bottom here. He knows there's nothing down on the bottom here. They're just trying to work it over. He's able to maintain speed with these guys, but man, just look at the throttle that they can hold down on the top shelf of the speedway.
That's what I was going to ask you here, Todd. We're here pro late model action, of course. 100 laps around Charlotte. This is a really long extra distance race. We've already seen the line of the racetrack is already up high. Does Blake Heather running the inside lane now early on the first 20 laps, does it serve any benefit? Do we possibly see the inside lane start coming back, or can we consider that thing gone the more these cars run up top and start running up the top and move that cushion even further and further out toward the wall?
Now, sooner or later, you're going to run out of real estate up next to that wall. They're going to be able to run the cushion up next to the wall perfectly, Phil. But you're probably going to be able to blow some sliders here later in the event as the outside starts to wear in, slicking off. You're probably going to see sliders. I believe the bottom is probably gone here for most of these guys, but they're going to try to make it work. We'll see what's going to happen here as the 97 Blake Heather now ventures up to the top shelf of the speedway.
Sure does. Heather trying to make it work up top. Looking up here at a race going on for, looks like, is that for position number 5 between Darren Litterall's number 68, Hunter Stifler's number 33. Hunter's been riding the outside lane of the racetrack. Litterall started to go down to the low side, trying to find some moisture down there. Not finding it as all. Hunter Stifler, that 33, we saw him, run real well, win one of the heat races here earlier on. 33 car up top. Litterall right now down low. Advantage 33 car. Look at that momentum he carries off of turn number 2. We're drag racing down there for P5 in a turn 3.
Yeah, it's a good battle going on for P number 5. There's Litterall right now holding on to it still. The 33 of Hunter Stifler trying to get up to the top shelf of the speedway, trying to stick it up there, trying to get around Litterall, but Litterall working that bottom groove, making it really difficult on that number 33 machine. Still side by side here through turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. As it looks like yellow flag going to fly here for the first time of the evening, Phil. It's going to restack and repack the field. We're going to have a different type of racing here momentarily.
Well, we sure will. These guys are going to get 4 attempts at a double file start through these first 80 laps. The last 20 will certainly be single file for sure as far as restarts goes. But if these guys, as they have it, 4 attempts here at double file, working lap number 22, if they use all 4, the entire race from here on out could go single file. So first caution flag of the night, working lap number 23 now. Incident on the racetrack, Todd. 1 car went around. I didn't see who it was, but you have more cameras than I do. Who was back there involved in the melee? And I get the cricket sound. Somebody cue them up. It's kind of like cueing the duck, and you sort of hear the crickets. It just kind of means, Phil, I haven't found anything yet, and I'm not sure I will in time before we get back to green flag racing. James Grace going to be awarded here the lucky dog in car number 269, so they're going to put him back to what is going to be 2 laps down to the field. He's going to be running back there in 23rd position off of turn number 4 this time. I believe we should see the lights go out atop the iRacing.com pace truck. That's going to put the field back in the controls of Kendall Tucker. You've got Dylan Hauser right now in for the 2nd spot with DJ Kowanowski, Thomas Coggins, and Hunter Stifler running at your top 5. Darren Litterall is 6th. Brian Wyatt is 7th. Justin Thompson 8th. Blake Heather 9th. Scott Schroyer running at your top 10. Off of turn number 4, we are indeed back to green flag racing here in Charlotte.
Yeah, green flag races. Tucker now assumes the lead. The double dot machine. Here goes the 28. Hauser firing back down to the inside as he's got second life for that 28 machine. Slide job here in front of Tucker. Put the number 28 here. Hauser to the lead here momentarily, but here goes Tucker fighting back on the inside.
Tucker going to fight it back, and now slider going to be thrown. Slider engaged here tonight in Charlotte as Dylan Hauser back down to the low side of Kendall Tucker. Does Kendall set him up for another slider? Well, looks like Hauser going to slide up the hill, take that run away. Tucker going to elect to take the high shelf of the racetrack to 1 and 2. And that's going to set up, look at the move there, to the inside lane. Used it beautifully. Dylan Hauser stuck up high. Kendall Tucker to the lead. Here comes Thomas Coggins, the number 88 car. Put him up to P2. he may have a run for the lead, Todd, by the time they hit turn 1.
Yeah, Coggins in that number 88 machine trying to catch up the 00 of Kendall Tucker. Is a 28 machine making some mistakes there. Dylan Hauser. Hauser back down to the bottom side by side battle here for that second spot, trying to work his way up here into the top 2. But right now it's Coggins in the number 88 running in that second spot. The 00 of Kendall Tucker still out to the lead, trying to run away and hide. But this time about 3 car lengths between himself and the 88 machine.
Got 3 car lengths back between the 88 of Coggins and back there to third to Dylan Hauser. DJ Kolanowski, the number 18, currently running in the 4th spot, trying to chase down those top 3 up front. The story of the main event so far through the first third of the race, it's all Kendall Tucker's number 00. He paces this field. Race going on now for P number 2. Dylan Hauser back to the inside of Thomas Coggins. Slider engaged on the back straightaway. Coggins going to slide back to the inside of Hauser. Does he have the spot into 3 and 4? The answer is no. Dylan Hauser going to hold on for that second spot. Coggins back into third. Here comes DJ Kolanowski back to the mix. We may have a tango for position number 3 by the time we hit turn number 3 there, Todd. We'll let Todd get to work down there as caution flag going to come out the speedway. Caution flag now for the second time. Working lap number 33 on the racetrack, and just trying to peek around here real quick, see if I don't see something going amiss. And I think I find car number 69 of Keith Hackney may have been involved in this one. I believe also number 17 of Jason Magnat may have got a piece, and I believe that may have been the 44 car of Chad Swartz also involved. So giving my buddy Todd down there a chance to not only wipe his nose here as we're both battling cold. It's been a long week. It's getting cold up here in the Northeast, and I think both our voices pretty much gone after what has been a really busy couple of weeks here of Full Velocity TV as we're heading into a holiday break after the big main event here tonight. But Todd, I'm not sure what you caught on the replay, but it looks like Keith Hackney, Jason Magnat, and Chad Swartz may have got a little piece of the action together. Looks like the short end here is going to be the 69 of Hackney, which is a tough break. Looks like he's going to have to restart back there in about 22nd position. Don't know what you caught of it. Now you were out there, you know, we're both battling colds. You said you had to take a run to get a tissue. I think I may need one myself here soon. But all I know, 35 laps in, second caution flag of the night. Keith Hackney, who was having a good night, came out of one of the B mains. He's got to restart at the back of the field. He's got a good race car, but is there going to be enough racetrack? Is there going to be enough good racetrack for him to make his way back forward? Because this thing really looks to be slicking off in a big way.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Phil, if he's going to be able to make it there all the way back up through, but we've seen Keith Hackney be able to do quite a few wild things over the past few months here on Full Velocity TV. We'll see if Hackney can make his way forward in that number 69 machine and be able to capitalize maybe even to a top 5. But Kendall Tucker is your current race leader, with Dylan Hauser running second to iRacing.com. Pace truck pulling down to the infield. They're restacked and repacked. 36 laps in of 100 here tonight with a Stay Strong 100 at the dirt track is Charlotte, just waiting for that flagger to throw that green flag here so we can go back to green flag racing, waiting for the loud pedal to ignite. Here out of turn number 4 is going to be Tucker and Hauser. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing down the front straightaway. Tucker leading the charge here. Can Hauser do something again? Here comes Coggins down to the bottom side of the 88 machine.
Thomas Coggins trying to make it fire as they hit turn number 3. And right away, caution flag going to come out the speedway. I know the track out there, Todd. The low lane looks to be going away. The top side is getting slickened off, and these cars are becoming a handful to master out there. Just by yourselves at this rate, and these guys are going to challenge ahead of them if they're going to soldier these cars on home. Looks like Scott Schroyer may have got a piece of this one. I think Chad Carter's 41 as well. Both of those cars may have gotten together, put us under caution flag for the third time here in our A main. This track is I think I just heard Scott say over the race chat, track is just getting really, really slick up high. We know the bottom's got nothing left to it. The middle is really tacky in the middle. You know, not really fast at all. We got some touch track position right now here in Charlotte.
Yeah, it definitely looks extremely difficult for a lot of these drivers as the track's just starting to slicken off quite a bit. It's all about how you're going to set up your car, how you set up your car for this 100 lap A main feature here at the dirt track. At Charlotte right now, it's been all Kendall Tucker. But those setups could go away the more and more laps, the more and more rubber that's laid down here on the tracks as it slickens off there, Phil. It's a guessing game of what's going to happen. And right now it looks like they're struggling just a tad bit. All the way around the track there, even up on the top shelf of the speedway, they're trying to find grip. As we're going to start seeing them let off, they're trying to get those tires to find that extra grip, find that extra corner speed off. We're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen here as everything unfolds. We're on lap 40 of 100.
And I see we've got a great crowd watching out there on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Guys, don't forget about Stars donations. They go a long way, and Top Stars Donator at the end of the week, which is tonight. It's a free Full Velocity TV t-shirt contest been going on since Monday. We'll hand out that winner over the weekend. But we are back to Green Flag Racing here in Charlotte. Kendall Tucker using the inside there as they hit turn number 1. Dylan Hauser getting all sorts of out of shape. They scramble 3 and now 4 wide down the back chute. Give Hauser the lead in the turn number 3. He got sideways to up high. Kendall Tucker got really out of shape down low. That's allowed Hauser to find his way somehow into the race lead. The battle is now for position number 2 between Coggins and TJ Kownowski. It's a battle for third as they hit turn 3.
Yeah, nice battle going on for that third spot down to the bottom side. The 28 machine of Hauser still late in this event, but the 0-0 of Tucker now for 2. Cognizant in the 18 machine of DJ Kolanowski running in that 4th spot. Here comes the 14 machine, the 98 machine of Justin Thomas. And look at Mike Cron in the 31. He advanced from one of our B mains, Phil, and he is up to that 7th position, so Cron on the move.
At Cron in that 31 car, he is absolutely going after it out there. 31 down to the low side, making it happen. The 38 of Justin Thompson up high as they work their way through turn number 3 and 4. Now caution once again going to come out from the speedway. Caution flag here. I believe this will be for the 4th time. So this may be the last opportunity these guys are going to have at a double file restart. We'll see if the call comes down from race control to put the entire second half of the race in a single file formation, as track conditions are just getting really, really slick out there. And I believe this one, Todd, if you get a replay in time, I believe this one may have got our buddy old Showtime Shane Kelly aboard car number 7. I saw him go around the wrong way. Shane Kelly going to have to go to the back of the field. That's a tough break.
Yeah, what a hard lick. We're watching it here live on the stream here, Full Velocity TV with the instant replay here. It looks like a little bit of contact between Showtime Shane Kelly and the 69 of Keith Hackney. Hackney really had nowhere to go. Shane Kelly goes for a wild ride right head first into the start-finish, or right into the, not the start-finish line, Phil, but into the wall there. So Shane Kelly with heavy damage to that machine, and it looks almost like a Pro Stock now, as it's missing quite a few fenders on there. It looks really shortened. It looks like a modern day Pro Stock, and it's got a lot of rust and all that kind of jazz on it.
Good description there, Todd. Not exactly sure what I can add to it, so I'm just going to leave that thought where it was. Is out there watching these guys, our old buddy Earl Clements out there trying to stir these guys up in Facebook chat. Stars donations, guys. I said out there in the chat here a second ago, if you're not paying attention to that, told the guys my voice is quickly fading fast, so I'm going to hang in here. But stars donations, guys, it'll perk me up in a big way. Let us know you're out there. Let us feel the love. It has been a busy couple of months here on Full Velocity TV as we head into the Christmas holiday coming up next week. We're going to take the next 5 nights off after tonight, and a well-deserved break for both of us to just kind of reprogram ourselves, recatch our wind, and finish up 2018 in a strong way and unleash the fury, which is going to be a just happening year 2019 here for the best of online sim race broadcast here. Full Velocity TV, the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Stay Strong 100 off of turn number 2 under green, 3 wide for the lead. Hauser got shot up the hill. Look at that Kendall Tucker car get scored out to the lead. Now they're contact back there for 4th on back. And somehow through the parking lot through turn number 4, they've somehow kept all those cars straight. Unbelievable.
Wow, what fantastic saves there, Phil, is just watching these guys beat and bang off one another, and it looks like they saved one another too there. The 31 of Kron able to save the 28 of Hauser, and they were just leaning on each other, but that kept it clean and green here. It wasn't really clean, but it was green. Phil, and good job to all the drivers here in the Stay Strong 100 and keeping it straightened here. As now here comes the number 18 machine, DJ Kolonowski, trying to work his way back up through the field.
Oh, sure is. He got shuffled on back. I think, you know who saw that coming? Kendall Tucker saw that coming. He shot through the middle. He drove out to the lead. I am getting out of the horn, Sesson. Kendall Tucker up front. He going to currently pace the field. Thomas Coggins right now in for second. How about the run for third for car number 14, Brian Waynat? He is up there, the 14 car, currently running third. He's had a solid night from position number 9. Been very quiet. The 14 car up to P3 as we are past the halfway mark. 54 laps of 100 on the board in the Stay Strong 100.
Yeah, Waynat having a good run there. I believe that was another Stars on Dirt car, that number 14 machine. I see it on his car being displayed proudly here, that number 14 machine. So doing a fantastic job there, quietly, methodically porting his way towards the front here, running in that third spot. Nice battle going on between Dylan Hauser and Justin Thomas. That is a battle for that fourth spot. So Thomas right now able to get by him momentarily, and then Dylan Hauser back by him in that number 28 machine. So Thomas now drop kick him back to that fifth spot. But meanwhile, it looks like Hunter Stifler starting to reel these guys in front of him. So Stifler on the move there, the 33 machine.
Yeah, and 33, I've been kind of keeping an eye on that car all night long. Really look the way that thing looks. Hunter currently running 6 on the racetrack in that 33 car. 2.5 seconds off the lead. Has Justin Thompson at number 98 just up ahead. Dylan Hauser's 28 there as well. I think a 33 here in the second half of the race. Maybe having up front contact for the race lead. Kendall Tucker having some issues here down the front straightaway.
Yeah, the 41 machine there, all kinds of out of shape there. Then it's Chad Carter making contact with their race leader that made contact more. And then Coggins got into the side of the 00 Tucker. So those guys made lots of contact, and Tucker able to hold on, but he's got some bent up sheet metal. Hopefully that didn't knock the toe or any of the other issues out of the 00 machine. But the 14 now into the fray, throw a blanket over the top 3. You cannot find them over out of turn number 4.
Absolutely right. They are right there, all nose to tail together through 1 and 2. Look at the 14 car. Wayak go to the bottom of the racetrack trying to find something down there that these guys may not be happening. It feels like, Todd, that the pace of this race has completely slowed down from earlier on in the going where we saw the racetrack out there in, 16-second bracket laps. I feel like now as this racetrack slows, it ruts up in all the lanes and really slicks off. I'm starting to feel it's got more of a street stock running pace as the more you drive these cars harder into the corner, the harder it is to catch them. The more time you seem to lose right now than there is to gain. Am I right in the dirt terminology? Am I wrong? This is a long race, 62 laps in the books. It's almost a part of survival to these race cars. Who's going to have it? Who's going to survive come lap 100?
You got to also remember their fuel load is going to start disappearing the laps after lap after lap that keeps ticking off. So you're going to see those lighten up just a little bit. So it's going to change the whole duration of the car as this track starts slicking off. But that 00 machine, like you said, you're going to have to let off just a tad bit more than you're normally accustomed to here. Maybe at Charlotte in the 30-lap feature, where the 100-lap feature takes its toll not only on the driver, but on the track itself as the track starts to get really, really bumpy, out of shape, slicking off. So that it throws a bunch of curveballs at you. Not only that, you're starting to get tired here. Lap 64 of 100, you've been fighting the car, dodging wrecks, trying to make it through the field like Kendall Tucker been up front. But that takes a lot out of you, Phil. You don't even realize being the leader takes so much out of you, and you start tiring here. If you're used to a 30-lap race, you want to be used to that 100-lap race, but you start falling off bit by bit by bit.
Well, Kendall may get a breather here as now the yellow flag for the 5th time comes out here. Working lap number 66, the field working its way into turn number 3. Complexion of this race, the pace has really slowed down, and just trying to go back and find where something may have kind of come from. Did a big country Jameson Colbridge get a piece of this? And I see him back in the field. I see Joey Lamb is back there. Andy Jones. I'm not exactly sure where the contact or where the caution came from. I do see those cars are slow toward the back of the field, so I don't want to call any of those guys involved. It's just with a naked eye from here I can see through the dust cloud out there off the exit of turn number 2.
Not sure there, Phil, is going back to look. It looked like maybe Colbert was involved. He's down on pit road right now. Looks like repairing his machine there. That number 199 machine, so Big Country involved. Also looks like Jed Carter down there repairing his machine still and trying to get his damage fixed to that number 41 machine.
Yeah, Chad Carter down there, he was one of the faster cars here all night long at the dirt track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and now on pit road here past the halfway marker, getting 2/3 the way home here. Lap number 68. Chad Carter's had to overcome some issues here tonight in Charlotte. His car down on pit road. So believe next time around we may go back to green flag racing with Kendall Tucker, Thomas Coggins, Brian Wyatt, Justin Thompson, and Dylan Hauser, your top 5. DJ Kowanowski in for 6th. Hunter Stifler 7th. Keith Hackney up to 8th. Mike Cron 9th. Greg Thompson up on the top 10. Jared Mogard's rebounded nicely, Todd. He's up to 11th. Darren Litterall 12th. Blake Heather 13th. Scott Schroyer 14th. And Jason Minat currently running 15th with Dylan Petty, Shane Kelly, Chad Swartz, Joey Lamb, James Gracely get your top 20. We are back to green on lap number 70.
Back to green flag racing. You watch Tucker right up there against the wall, protecting that high groove. Here comes the 14. He's up to 2nd. That's why not in the number 14 machine. So he's moved himself up to that 2nd spot. Now trying to track down the double knot machine of Kendall Tucker down to the bottom side. He's making it work there in the 14, Phil. So he has found something, starting to edge up on the 0-0 of Kendall Tucker. Tucker looking probably in his rearview mirror as of right now. The 14 now behind him here, a different type of challenge.
Sure is, and I'm just seeing the 14. He's approaching the entire corner differently, rolling out real early, kind of like you would in like a stock car in asphalt, and kind of just easing it through the middle lane, jumping back in the gas, and for whatever reason, it doesn't work in the dirt, but that 14 is making it work here down in these last 30 laps to the low side of Kendall Tucker. This may be the best challenge here that the 00 has seen through the later stages of the race. Look at the way the 14 is approaching the corner there, Todd. We're ripping up a dirt. There's not asphalt or all that dirt, is there?
It's a rather different as it starts slicking off. You always have to change your entries in the 14 right now. Tucker down there protecting the bottom in that double knot machine. So he watched the 14. He knew he had something, so Tucker moved down. So playing a little bit of rearview mirror games is Tucker. That's part of it there here in the iRacing Sim. These guys do have rearview mirrors so they can pay attention to what's going on behind them, where in the real dirt tracks you don't have it. You have to listen to engine sounds. So almost the same difference with the 14 machine working over the bottom of Tucker, doing everything he can to protect his real estate there as he is your current race leader.
Tucker has found something up on the high shelf of the racetrack here. Is that car the last couple of laps going all the way up, jumping the cushion through 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Found some extra speed. Kendall Tucker out there motoring around as we're under caution now once again for the 6th time here in our main event, working lap number 77. And did this one grab Andy Jones of the number 73 car? I don't see... oh, hold on, Todd. Developing story here. Car number 28 of Dylan Hauser involved. Dylan was up in the top 5. Dylan Hauser around, some contact, some mayhem with that car. Dylan Hauser down on pit road there, Todd. May drop himself out of the top 5, all the way off the lead lap, all the way outside the top 20. Tough break for Dylan Hauser. I didn't see it, but the question is, did you see it?
Yeah, it looks like Kevin Thompson made contact there, chain reaction. 18 and DJ Kowanowski getting into heaven. He was a sitting duck in the middle of the track, took many, many blows in that 28 machine from a bunch of different cars. So tough break for Dylan Hauser, guy that was running inside the top 5 here all evening long, battling it out for the lead. Now looks like he's relegated behind the wall, Phil. Already 2 laps down. I don't believe he's going to make it back out there.
Looks like the race car is broke. Dylan Hauser's night aboard car number 28, one of the heavy hitters here tonight. 28 cars night is done. Unbelievable here. Changes the complexion of the last quarter of this race upside down. Next time off of turn number 4, we're going to begin circuit number 80 of 100 for the Stay Strong 100. Put Kendall Tucker up to the lead. Brian Waydat, Thomas Coggins, Justin Thomas, DJ Kowanowski. That's your top 5 single file. We're back to green flag racing, working now lap number 80.
back to Green Flag Racing. Tucker out to the early advantage. Here comes the 14 down to the bottom side once again. Side by side battle here for the top spot. Can the 14 make it handle really well down on the bottom like he has been? Tucker firing back on the outside, but look at the 14 go, Phil.
14 has found something at the bottom. Look at they're using the 14 all the way to the extreme low side, the 00 all the way up to the extreme top. They've completely killed the entire running groove here. They're around the entire middle part of the racetrack. It's gone. But look at the 14. He's using inside lane to perfection. He has made it work. The new race leader working lap 81. Brian Wayat in that number 14. He leads by 3 car lengths over Kendall Tucker. 00 still stuck up high exiting turn number 4.
Yeah, Brian Wayat in that 14 machine, able to get around Kendall Tucker. Now Tucker gets another yellow flag. It's the yellow flag not specifically for Tucker. As it looked like Tucker was going to have a nice battle going on with Coggins, but yellow flag going to come out once again. Brian Wayat, now your race leader after Tucker has led over 60 laps with the number 00 machine. Now the 14 to the lead.
Well, Todd, just having the asphalt background, been enjoying my dirt education here, live on Full Velocity TV these last couple of months. I don't see where the yellow is. Is there any possible scenario in dirt track racing where eventually the racetrack surface just screams uncle and says, enough's enough? Because this thing looks completely rutted everywhere. I've never seen a track here so deep into a race as beat up as it is, and I think this one may have gathered up the 17 of Jason Minat for the caution flag, so not sure what there is left to show the 17 car around, but has a racetrack just ever gave up at the mercy and just said, guys, you figure it out? Because I think that's exactly what's going on here. The last 15 laps of this race is going to be hold on tight, hold my beer, watch this, and maybe a little bit of Leroy Jenkins all kind of rolled up into one. Is it not?
Yeah, definitely going to be rather different watching Jason Minot in the number 17 machine. Everything that went wrong for him as he was behind Scott Schroyer in that number 2 machine, just checking up, bouncing all over the place, and nowhere to go for the 17 machine as he backs it into the wall. Unfortunate for that number 17. Looks like he's going to be able to finish this race, though, Phil. That's the best part there. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen as the field's going to restack and repack here. But they're going to be single files going to way to land for the last 20 laps here as they enter the back straightaway. It is, why not, in the number 14 machine, Kendall Tucker, Thomas Cognitz, Justin Thompson, and DJ Kalinowski, Mike Cron, Keith Hackney up to 7th there, Phil. Hunter Stifler, Jared Mogart, and Greg Thompson. That is your top 10 with 14 laps to go here. 13 at the start finish run. Green flag is back in the air, and we're racing down into turn number 1.
Look at that 14 car dive right back to the bottom where he has been making it work here for the last 25 laps of this race. Kendall Tucker is up high here, rolling in P number 2. Thomas Coggins in for 3rd. We are going to let this thing all hang out, Todd. My voice is about blown. Yours about blown. We got 5 nights off to recover. Let's bring this one to the finish. They're in turn number 3. Brian Wynant leading the field over Kendall Tucker. They're in turn 3.
Yeah, Wynant leads Tucker up to the top shelf of the Speedway in that 00 machine, trying to make something happen, letting it eat up top there. The 88 of Thomas Cognitz right now running in that 3rd spot. 4th is Justin Thompson and DJ Kalinowski in that number 18 machine running in that 5th spot. Those guys trying to do something as they change blows back and forth. Cron trying to take over 5th. They're in the number 31 machine, again coming from one of them B mains. But look at the number 14 machine just sailing it down the bottom. Contact made between Coggins and the number 00 Tucker. But Tucker and Coggins keep it going there. They back out of it, let each other gather it back up, and we're still clean and green.
No, not clean and green, as caution once again going to come to the racetrack now on lap number 90. Just as you said, we're going to stay clean and green. They are not, and you can see it, Todd. It's a whole lot of give and take from these guys right now. You even try to do the best you can to get a run. The racetrack is just in an evil state. Cars are such a handful right now. There's no grip out there anywhere on the racetrack for these guys to recover or even make a pass. I think that's what we're seeing here back in the pack. These guys beginning to race hard, knowing that we're running out of laps. The problem is there's nothing underneath you as far as grip. And looks like this one has gathered the 313 of Greg Thompson, who I believe was one of those cars that was trying to make the pass, you know, anywhere he could possibly find it. Well, he found issues there, the 313. His car going straight behind the wall. Looks like Greg Thompson's like the 313. He is going to be done.
Unfortunate for Greg Thompson. He was, like you said, Phil, he was running rather well in that number 98 machine, I do believe is what Thompson was driving. No, excuse me, the 313 machine, as he was up inside the top 10. The number 98 is being driven by some other, Justin Thompson, excuse me. Another Thompson, I should say, kind of like a family affair, probably. I don't know. There's a lot of Thompsons out there, though. But Brian Wayne in the number 14 machine, Kendall Tucker, Thomas Coggins, Mike Cron in that 31 machine. He's up inside the top 4 here. DJ Kalinowski been up inside the top 5 all evening long, top 6-ish for that number 18 machine. He's been doing a fantastic job. Hunter Stifler, Keith Hackney, Phil. We didn't know if he was going to have enough after he went back to the rear, started 22nd. Hackney up to 7th, so that goes to show you he can race on this type of track. Great throttle control by a lot of these drivers out there, as this track is really, really slick there. The 14 of Why Not, probably the most impressive driver of the night there in that Stars on Dirt sponsored machine, and making it eat down there on the bottom, just rolling it down there, letting it go, and then just back into the throttle, and just, man, he's just making it look really easy down there.
Not gonna do it. That you had me queued up to sing the Frozen line, and I just not gonna do it here. As they work at turn number 3. Believe this time around we're gonna go back to green flag racing. I believe I saw the pace car take that left-hand turn, or pace truck, not a car, it's a truck. Throw $1 into the tin. Off of turn number 4. Brian Wyatt going to bring the field back to green. The green flag is back in the air, working now lap number 95. Down to the final 5 laps here in Charlotte tonight. Who's it going to be? They work off of turn number 2, racing for position number 2. Kendall Tucker going to have to hold off Thomas Coggins. And look at Mike Cron's 31, Todd. He is in the mix as well. Mike Cron finding magic in the low side of the turn number 1.
Yeah, as they flash by that start-finish line, handful of laps, 5 laps remaining. Now down the back straightaway here. Into turn number 3. It's Wynat in the number 14 machine. Then you got the 0-0 Tucker just trying to make something happen up top. Mike Cron, though, in a nice battle there for the 3rd spot. Looks like yellow flag going to fly, though, Phil. This race may end under yellow. That dreaded yellow flag has been plaguing us here. We're hoping it's not going to. We're hoping to at least get that 1-lap shootout. But right now, Brian Wynat in the catbird seat with Kendall Tucker, Thomas Coggins, and Mike Cron, and Hunter Stifler now inside the top 5, and Keith Hackney up to 6th.
All right, so we've been debating a whole lot of time under yellow flag, and you just do that punch phrase out there, catbird seat. What is a catbird seat, and what the heck is a catbird?
It's just a catbird seat, Phil. It's a terminology that I've always heard used up here in the Northeast at most of the tracks. You're in the catbird seat. You're sitting there watching, and it's almost like the cat's watching the bird. He's sitting in the seat watching the bird, just waiting for that moment to pounce.
Somewhere there's a Sylvester Tweedy reference in there too, and I just can't find it as it's getting a little bit tired here. Approaching 10:30 on the East Coast. The voice is worn, the body's worn out. This one here sailing under the caution flag into turn number 3. And I believe this time, Todd, we're going to get yellow flag with the white flag. So this one may indeed be over. One more trip around behind the iRacing.com pace truck. That may crown Brian Waynat's number 14 as our race winner of the Stay Strong 100. Any unforeseen circumstance aside, you know, the old Mark Martin pull off a pit road a lap early kind of deal out of the lead, Brian Waynat should be the winner of our Stay Strong 100 main event. Yeah,
fantastic event here, even though it finished under yellow flag. They put on some good passing here, 100 laps. A really, really long race here at the dirt track in Charlotte. And these guys are well-deserved here. Top 3, top 5. Great going on. It's all for the Hackney family, helping stay strong out there as for Keith Hackney. And like you said earlier in the interviews and stuff, he's awful surprised at the support from the community. He loves the support from the community. He was just saying that as Wynat going to take down the victory here on Full Velocity TV. The Stay Strong 100 going to be the number 14s. Kendall Tucker going to finish up 2nd. Thomas Coggins in the 88 going to finish up 3rd. Mike Cron with a great run there in that 31 machine going to finish up 4th. Hunter Stifler 5th. Keith Hackney 6th. 7th is going to be Jared Bogard, Blake Heather, Shane Kelly, and Scott Schroyer. Rounds out your top 10 here in the Stay Strong 100 at the dirt track of Charlotte, and the 14 going to celebrate.
As he should. What a great night indeed for car number 14. Brian Wyatt going to bring it into victory lane. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to all these guys that made this great show as we're all out here tonight rallying around Keith Hackney and his family. Cadence has been on our mind here for a couple of weeks. We can report, the great diagnosis. It was not leukemia as it was originally feared, but the little guy is certainly going to have a little bit of a road ahead of him as well. And we're out here tonight supporting them guys, and very, very happy that we're here to do so and support the Hackney family, especially this time of year when it's about giving, and we're all about giving back, especially here at Full Velocity TV. So this one was a great time tonight. We're going to move toward the post-race show. Hopefully talk to all three of our finishers here, as my button is just not cooperating, trying to move everybody around. Finally, I think I got that accomplished here, so I think we got the top three all screened out. I will run down track side and talk to the driver of car number 88, our third place finisher tonight. That is old Thomas Coggins in the 88. TJ, terrific run for you up in a third spot, but God, tell us about those last 50 laps. That racetrack that just kind of got more and more pitiful as far as the running order goes. What was that like out there, bustling these cars around as fast as the speeds are that you guys were attempting to turn?
The funnest part was restarting, because there's a little hole or divot right there in front of the start-finish line. And as I went over the top of it, kind of make the car a little weird going into turn one. So I'd have to alter my line going in. I mean, overall, the track really wasn't that bad. The top side was burned off at 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You could run the top side, but I think the bottom side was still the quickest. I kind of wish I'd had a little bit more gear, but, you live and learn.
Well, you live and learn for sure. And it was 100 laps here at Charlotte. The racetrack certainly took a beating. These race cars took a beating. How about you guys behind the wheel of one of these things? I know a lot of you guys are out there, seasoned for a 50, 60 lap main event, maybe 75, but 100 laps at Charlotte, you got to be just plain worn out.
By the time you get done racing, your eyes are tired, your body's tired, you're just kind of ready to take a little break. So as soon as I get done with this, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little break and then go to bed.
Sounds like a really good plan. I'm going to do that as well, as my voice is completely shot after what has been just a completely great week for us here on Full Velocity TV. But TJ, as we always do to our top three finishers here, I'm going to give you the mic one more time. Anybody out there, a great crowd watching this awesome event tonight, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So anybody to say hello to, friends, family, or sponsors, Bud, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, I really want to thank Dirt Series for putting this on for Keith and his family. Me and Keith are pretty good friends, and we always text and talk a good bit. And this is really awesome for what they're doing. Brian is really awesome for giving up half of his winnings to Keith and the Hackney family. And then also want to thank No Name, DJ Killinowski, and a few other guys for putting this on and setups and cars and all this good stuff.
Well, TJ, from all of us here at Full Velocity TV and all of us over here that make up DirtSeries.com, for all the guys that made this awesome event for the Hackney family, thanks for being a part of it. Congratulations, buddy. A third-place run, well-deserved. We hope to do this again soon. Great job out there. The track was tough this evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, TJ Coggins going to roll off from car number 88, finish up third here tonight. I'm trying to get some communication down here with the number 00 of Kendall Tucker, so I believe we're going to have to do this old school styles. I believe we're going to get Kendall on the horn, I believe, by way of the telephone. So I think we're going to go over to Todd, who is going to interview Mr. Kendall Tucker. Todd. Okay, I'm going to interview Kendall, and it's going to come out of Todd's phone, so let's bring Kendall into the conversation here as we get this all sorted out. Kendall Tucker, buddy, led a lot of this race through the first 60 laps. The way the racetrack went away, how'd that fare to your race car? It was tough on everybody, but it seemed to punish your car more than most, or something that Brian just found down there down low that I don't think anybody was able to find.
Go ahead. You're good to go, Kendall.
Todd, take it away. Can you hear us down there?
Yeah, I just set my car up for the top pretty much, and it looked like it just went away. So I saw Brian, he was coming, and I knew I was going to have my hands full, but yeah, I guess you guys can still hear me, I don't know.
No, we got you loud and clear there, bud. I can hear you coming through just fine. But, God, it leads 60 laps of the racetrack going away, race car going away. It was a complete survival of the fittest here tonight. I mean, after 100 laps, I mean, like I was just telling TJ here a second ago, you guys are all seasoned for 50 laps or 60 laps or maybe 75 on a good night on one of the short tracks. But 100 laps at Charlotte in a Pro Late model, you guys just have to be straight up worn out mentally, physically, and whatever else you could possibly be. You guys got to be exhausted to do that and do it at the skill level to finish in the top 3. Congratulations, bro. That was awesome to watch.
Yeah, it was nice to be the top 3. I'm just glad I was able to run this for Keith and his whole family, man. I hate that whole deal for his son and everything, but I'm glad they're still sticking it out, man. They're going to be in my thoughts and prayers. And, yeah, I don't know if you guys got it on the broadcast or not, but I don't know if my car got damaged or what. Chad Carter, Brian Wandap's teammate or whatever, just basically just destroyed my front end. I don't know if that would have affected anything or not, but it sure did look like as soon as it happened, I just slowed down tremendously and wasn't able to pull away. But that's quarter speed. That's how they are. They just act like a bunch of kids on here. But if that's how they got to win, man, that's fine. It's pretty embarrassing to have to do it and win it like that.
Well, Kendall, nothing to be really too disappointed about. Sure, you had a car for the win. Lap car may have taken that from you, but a second-place finish in a great event out here like this. And as we all know, it's for the Hackney family. It's all for a good cause. So all the animosity on the racetrack put aside. You got to be proud of the effort here tonight. So you know the drill. I'm going to throw you the mic one more time. Anybody out there watching to thank, friends, family, or sponsors, whoever, the floor is yours there, bud. Take it away.
Yeah, I just got to give a big thanks to all the guys at Dirt Series. It was a pretty cool event. I signed up about 30 minutes before it started. It's a pretty cool deal with all the proceeds going to Keith and his family. Man, I hope his little boy gets better. And like I said, I got to thank all the guys at C6 and this hot rod. It's probably the fastest one on the racetrack. I don't know, man. It's just pretty disgusting and upsetting. I don't know if that damage affected me that much or not, or the bottom just went away. But as soon as it happened, my car just went away just like that, and I had a second lead on him. So it's all right. We'll be back. We'll all keep that in the memory bank, and I can promise you that none of them will ever win a big race.
Well, that's the thoughts of Kendall Tucker. Kendall, congratulations, bud. A second-place finish tonight aboard car number 00. That's going to do it for him. Let him go down there and celebrate with his team down there. Thanks for Todd for making that communication happen. But now I think officially I'm going to let Todd say goodbye to Kendall down there. I'm going to let him walk over to Victory Lane. I want Todd to talk to our main event and winner tonight here in Victory Lane. Car number 14, Brian Waynett in Victory Lane with Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, the winner of a Stay Strong 100. Take it away, Todd. Ask him where he found that speed on that bottom lane.
Well, definitely down here in Victory Lane, had a little bit of issues trying to get off the phone there. Thank you, Kendall. That's interesting. Always interesting to do a phone interview. Brian, right, picking up the win. Where did you get that speed? I'm interested. You had great throttle control on the bottom. You were able to make it stick down there, and it was fantastic to watch you just roll down that bottom.
I can't even begin to thank Chad Carter, Hunter Stifler, Justin Thompson, all part of Carter Speed. I mean, we put lots of hours into this stuff. And usually I don't do these kind of races or anything, but I mean, coming into the race, I was like, man, I'm kind of up in the air. Like, I have no idea what I need to run. And I qualified with my own set and didn't do too bad. And took Chad Carter's setup and tried it for the heat race, and it was okay. And then I switched over to Hunter's right before the race started, and it felt kind of like no grip, like up on the high side when we first started for the first like 30 laps or so. And then I started working the middle lane, and it seemed to be okay. And like towards the late end of the race, I just started using the bottom and just realized how much quicker it was. Yeah, it definitely took a lot of throttle control to do that. I mean, I seemed to be gaining all the spots, mainly though on restarts. Going into turn one, I'd just stay low and I could gain a spot or two, and was just hoping a late caution would come out. And I seen Kendall had some damage, and was just hoping for the best that I could pull that turn one off coming on a restart, and it stuck. And once I got in front, it seemed like that was all it wrote.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic run there. As like you said, you were drifting back just a little bit there at the beginning of the race and made your way forward. How difficult was that track to drive tonight? I know I've raced myself in a 50-lap race, but 100-lap race, man, that's got to wear you out.
Oh, it definitely does. I mean, trying to run that high side, the way that my car felt, like it was so extremely loose up there, and I was just fighting and fighting to get some traction coming off. And it was a struggle. And once I started moving down, and I seemed to be able to control the throttle a little better and get that traction I needed.
Well, Brian, as we're accustomed to here on Full Velocity TV, I'm going to do the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank who I would like to thank here this evening. Who got you here?
Chad Carter and Carter Speed, Stars of Dirt, Justin Thompson, Hunter Stifler, Brandon Proudfoot. I mean, we all work well as a group, and continue looking forward to getting all that speed we can. And I'd like to throw a shout out to Kyle Wyant watching. And also I'd like to mention that I did tell Keith earlier, and I also posted on Facebook that if so happened that I won, I was going to donate half of my earnings to Keith.
What a great gesture by Brian right in that number 14 machine. Great gesture to donate half that back to the Hackney family. And I know Keith will definitely appreciate that. The Hackney family appreciate that. I know he's missed some work, missed some time here. And definitely this race is going to help him a little bit. It's going to go to different things for the Hackney family. Again, it's all about Hackney's tonight in the family, all about that little boy. So I tell you, Brian, it was fantastic to see this community come back together, just come together and do this race like this for him. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have a child of my own and one on the way. I mean, I couldn't imagine going through what he's going through. So, I mean, I guess any little bit helps, but I mean, I wish him and his boy best of luck.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the victory here tonight in the Stay Strong 100 at the Dirt Track of Charlotte on the Full Velocity TV, presented by Dirt-Series.com. Brian Wynot picking up the win here, the big win here tonight, donating half his winnings back to the Hackney family, Phil. But I do believe you have caught up with Keith Hackney out there, and Keith having a good run of his own, coming all the way back from the tail to 6th tonight.
Sure did a solid 6th place effort out here tonight, and I know it was here a tribute for his family and a benefit for Cadence and Keith and the entire Hackney family who's been going through so much. But Keith, as a race car driver, first and foremost there, bud, a 6th place finish. I mean, you had to go to the back, I think, once or twice back there, the way that racetrack got all tore up to pieces. God, how'd you find the speed to make that car come forward? That was impressive.
Yeah, I kind of messed some things up early in the night, all mine, and in the heat race, just trying to stay out of trouble, and hopefully, nobody was wrecking and stuff like that. So I just rode around, and I mean, I knew in the race that I was going to be fast, but you just had to be so patient, and obviously throttle control, later on in the race. I was coming up through there, and then, had a little bit of mishap, had to go back to the back one time or 2 times. I just knew if I got some green flag laps, I was going to come up through there, and I was happy to finish where I was at. If I just had probably about 15, 20 more laps, I think I would have been up in contention with the front 3 for sure.
20 to 25 more laps, you'd be back up front competing in the top 3. I mean, like I said to all the guys, you guys are out there, built for 50 or 60 laps. These racetracks aren't built to take a 100-lap beating like you guys just gave it. I know the track is wore out. I know the cars are wore out. Condition-wise, I got to assume you guys are wore out. You're talking about another 25 or 30 laps. If you had that in you, brother, good God, because I know a lot of these guys, the announcers are tired. You got to be tired after 100 laps.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, obviously most of the races are, the smaller amount of laps, but I have, and a bunch of the others that was in that race. We raced the big money races, and a lot of them, it's a lot of laps. So I mean, you condition for it. set your car up for it. I mean, that's what we made it for. And you know, most of everything that I have is set up for long races like that, and that's where the speed was coming from at the end of the race. So, I mean, all in all, it was a great race. I mean, there was a few mishaps on everybody, or you know, certain halves, but I mean, me personally, I couldn't ask for a better kind of race as the Dirt Series that put on, and Josh and everybody, and y'all for broadcasting this. Like, it's just unbelievable how the sim community has come together and just put this on. I'm just blowed out of my mind on pretty much what to say or what to do. I have missed a lot of work with my son, you know, taking the doctor appointments, you know, here and there, and this will really help me just getting back on track. I mean, every little bit helps, and like I said earlier, I didn't care if there was 5 cars tonight or 500. It's the matter of people coming together and supporting a good cause, whether it's my son or anybody else's. So I appreciate everybody that came out to race, everybody that tuned in to watch, because I noticed that we had a little over 100 viewers pretty much the whole night. I appreciate everything that everybody has done to make this happen from the bottom of my heart.
It's a great deal, Keith, and we're happy to do so as two guys, I can say, up here that do all the voice work and all the legwork for Full Velocity TV. You got two dads up here that are completely with you, understand exactly what it is you're going through more than I think you'll ever understand. So our thoughts and prayers are with you and Cadence, the entire Hackney family, Keith. Congratulations on a great run on the racetrack and coming together for a great cause. We hope everything goes well. Good luck the rest of the holiday season, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you here, you know, in no time in 2019. So stay strong there, bud. That's what it's all about here tonight, and take care of that little guy. He's all in our thoughts. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank y'all so much.
All right, Keith Hackney, number 69, comes home P6, but most importantly, here for a good cause tonight, raising money for the Hackney family. And you said it, Todd, every little bit goes a long way, and a lot of guys who know our story don't know our stories. When I say we're two dads who know this route all so well of, you know, all the mishaps that come aboard with our children being ill and whatever else, every little bit does go a long way. And all the people that have reached out to us over the years, we know how Keith feels right now. It's a very humbling, sobering thing to have all these people rally around you. It makes you feel good in a time of need that you get somebody that will come to your back and help you gain your footing when it feels like at your absolute worst, you cannot.
Yeah, definitely, Phil. I have to echo those sentiments. Is a lot of people don't know our stories behind the scenes, and we try not to announce them. But there'll be some things coming up in the near future to support some of the causes that you know, childhood diseases and different things that have been going on through the childhoods, and you know, it's all about children and making sure your family's taken care of, and that's what was great about the sim racing community coming together tonight for the Hackney family. You know, it like you said, it's near and dear to my heart. It's near and dear to your heart. I know Keith is feeling overwhelmed right now, and I know the feeling also well. How to be overwhelmed and stuff. So before I lose it, I'm going to throw it back to you, Phil.
All right, well, it's been an amazing couple of weeks for us, amazing night of racing, and just an amazing 2018 with a relaunch of Full Velocity TV. Got to thank each and everybody out there that made this all possible as we head into the last week of the calendar year. We're going into a little hiding here for about 5 days or so, so we're going to celebrate here, kind of regain our footing, and we just can't thank all you out there enough for being a part of this show and a part of every show here that makes Full Velocity TV go around night after night. So on behalf of Todd, I am Phil. For our graphics guy, Martin Karch, Jack Truin, our buddy Jake Keel over on the Full Velocity Radio side, Phil Lacaster signing off. Everybody, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. You all be safe out there, and we'll see you soon back here live with more Full Velocity TV.
Good night.